In fact, it was previously thought to have been destroyed by fire, so it's even more exciting to have it on the walls of our galleries.
And she's such an important person. I mean, she's can, I think, be credited with at least part of the intellectual formation of Elizabeth I. Catherine was a great intellectual, a scholar, the master of several languages, and she seems to have given that, that ambition to be a learned lady to the great Queen Elizabeth.
Absolutely. I think her personality is being completely redefined. And she was an intellectual and a scholar, and she was also responsible for reconciling both Mary and Elizabeth with Henry. And so they were restored to the line of succession. So her influence on English history is really, really significant.
I mean, she's painted as a woman who's clearly got a very strong sense of her own worth. Her jewellery alone seems to be speaking volumes about her.
Well, the jewellery is actually a really important part of this portrait and is part of the reason why we know that it is Catherine Parr, because in the past it was actually mistaken for a portrait of Lady Jane Grey. It's this brooch that she's wearing on her bodice, which means we know that it's Catherine Parr because that exact brooch is described in royal inventories of her jewellery. And the artist has clearly gone to a lot of trouble to depict it as accurately as possible, even down to the number of diamonds that make up the crown on top of it. There are 15 described in this inventory, and you can count them up. There are 15 there. We think it was probably painted in the very last year of her life, so after Henry had died.
So in the past, the picture's been attributed to Holbein, and it's been considered to be of the wrong person, but we now know it's definitely of Catherine. And we think it's by a rather mysterious painter called Master John, who... What do we know about him?
Well, we don't know very much at all. I mean, it's really not surprising at this period not to know about these artists, because the idea of an artist in their own right as an individual was still not a notion that was really recognised. They were more like craftsmen, really. So signatures and documentary evidence is very, very scarce. There is a reference to a painter called Master John in a list of expenses for Mary I when she was still a princess, and various other portraits have been grouped around this name. But really, I think there was a lot of artistic exchange going on between all sorts of artists at this time.
Well, she certainly had a life, and there it is, preserved forever in this remarkable painting. Well, thank you. And the other picture is this remarkable depiction of Pentecost, circa 1490, again by a rather obscure painter known only as the master of the Baroncelli portraits. But what a wonderful thing it is.
It's an astonishing painting. It's really a painting that deserves to be in a museum, and actually it has been on loan for the last 10 years at the Groningen Museum in Bruges.
So the subject is Mary, and she's surrounded by her apostles, and it's at that moment when the Holy Spirit, the dove of the Holy Spirit, descends, and they are all miraculously endowed with the gift of being able to speak every language under the sun so that the word of God can be spread to all corners. And it's just got this wonderful sense of a miracle. And yet within it are embedded some portraits of what must be, the people who commissioned the painting.
Yes, so the patron himself and his wife are included in the scene as if they're
sort of
there
these
witnessing
black-garbed bookends. Exactly.
And the apostles themselves are quite sort of alarmed and surprised, as well they might, with the Holy Spirit in the form of a dove.
Yes, goodness me, I didn't know I could speak Chinese.
Exactly. So yes, it was clearly an important subject for whoever commissioned it.
Well, I think, to me it's fascinating because I know that it was part of there was a massive upsurge in the creation of these lay confraternities, rich people getting together and putting their money to the service of bringing the word of God to poor people here, there, preaching. So I imagine that some of the apostles, who seem to me to have very much the look of the bloke next door, are probably actually members of this confraternity, and I suspect that the husband and wife were patrons of this confraternity, and that it actually represents a real group of real people.
Yeah, there's a huge degree of characterization there, but also it's made so relevant because this episode, which should be set in the Holy Land, is actually set in a lovely Netherlandish interior with a huge stone fireplace and floor tiles, and through the windows you can see these wonderful details of Flemish houses and couples walking and people on horseback and a windmill. And it's only changed hands 3 times in the last 400 years, which in itself is astonishing, but it also means that the painting has been preserved in amazing condition.
It's absolutely fresh as a daisy. And I personally don't care that it's not by one of the named artists of the Flemish Renaissance, because for me it's got that sort of perfect genuineness, and it's executed at a totally high level of technical excellence. But above all, it's got this urgency of something that was made for this group of people because they really wanted it, they really believed it, and you can feel the faith. You could almost feel it coming off the surface of the picture. It's just a wonderful thing. So do please come and see it at the preview for the Old Master Cell, because and indeed the portrait of Catherine Parr, because these are wonderful things. The summer season sales run from the end of June to the middle of July. Do check the Sotheby's website for details of the sale you're interested in. And I do hope you can come to some of the previews to see the works in question in the flesh. Thank you for joining me, and see you again soon.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to Sotheby's London. My name is Michael Macaulay, and it is my great pleasure to be your auctioneer for the Now auction, the first of today's sales. As those of you who are familiar with the Now format will know, this platform is focused on showcasing artists who are absolutely of the moment through works that provide critical observation, reflection, and insight onto the most contemporary themes of today's world. This season, we are thrilled and honoured to be presenting 14 lots by some of today's great talents, among them Mark Bradford, Adrian Genny, Simone Lee, Caroline Walker, Arthur Jafer, Lady Churchman, and many more. Following the sale, I will hand over to my colleague Helena Newman, Chairman of Sotheby's Europe, who will be your auctioneer for the Modern and Contemporary evening sale starting at 5 p.m. Just before we open it up, a few housekeeping notes. As noted in our conditions of business for buyers, everything is sold under the authenticity guarantee and on an as-is basis. Buyer's premium and overhead premium will be added to the hammer price of each lot offered, along with any applicable VAT or amount in lieu of VAT, as well as any applicable artist resale right royalty as part of the total purchase price payable. Please refer to the online sale catalogue for further information regarding lots with guarantees and irrevocable bids. Please also refer to our conditions of business for our full terms of sale. Please note the following lots have been withdrawn, 5, 6, and 16. And now with that, we will begin opening here with lot 1. Sold as viewed, thank you very much indeed. This, of course, is the Arthur Jafer's Monster, his piercing, captivating 1988 self-portrait from an edition of only 10, with other examples housed in prestigious museum collections around the world, including the Museum of Modern Art in New York and the Museum of Contemporary Art in Chicago. This is only the 4th time that the artist's work has appeared at auction, and in that context, by far his most significant work. And I have some interest here. I'm starting already at £30,000, £32,000, £35,000, £38,000 already is here with me at £38,000. At £38,000, any advance gets £38,000. At £38,000 here. At £38,000. £40,000 bid online and selling then to the online bidder at £40,000. At £40,000 with the online bidder. Are you coming in, James? At £40,000. It's with the online bidder. 42. It's over to you, James, at 42. Back to you online. It's here with James Sevier at £42,000. Here at Sotheby's London at £42,000. It's not yours for now. Against the rest of you in the room at £42,000. A new place. It's with you at 45. James, you're coming back. It's at 45 against you. Will you say 48? 48, yes you will. Thank you very much indeed. At £48,000, it's yours now. At 48, 50,000. Thank you, It's over to you. At £50,000 then with Isabel Parkman. And 55, back to James at 55. At £55,000. At £55,000 and 60,000. Thank you, Isa. It's yours now at 60,000. At 65. Yours again, James. At £65,000. All on the right-hand side here at Sotheby's in London. 70,000. Back to you, Isa. At £70,000 then. James, 75. That's £75,000 then, just between the two of you at £75,000. 80,000, thank you so much. At 80, it's yours. At 80,000. James, 85. At £85,000 now. Back with James at 85. 90,000, thank you, Isa. Anybody else, feel free to come in at £90,000. It's with Isa. It's 95 now with James at 95,000. Is should we make it a round number? It's at 95, £100,000. Thank you very much indeed. Yours for now at 100,000. At £100,000, James. At £100,000, not yours for now. We've come this far, certainly with pleasure, at £105,000. Back to you, James. At £105,000. With James Sevier then, on the nearer of the two telephones. Here on my right, 110. At 110, back to you, James. 110, not yours for now. At 110 with Isabel Parkman. Haley, Lucius. Sign of Life. At £110,000. Shake of the head, thank you very much anyway. It's yours then, Isa. Against the rest of you in the room and online, fair warning, I'm selling it to you, Isa, for £110,000. Sold, congratulations. Paddle number 18, thank you very much indeed. That's an 18. Thank you and congratulations to them, and that is, of course, a new artist record at auction. Up next is Lot 2, Michel Majerus' large-scale canvas from 1999, referencing the visual language of Andy Warhol and Jean-Michel Basquiat's collaborative works. with the latter's signature crowned figure in the center, an exceptional painting from a series that combines sample graphics and gestural brushwork. Solder's viewed, thank you very much indeed. Too big to bring in here. I'm going to start the bidding here at only 160, 180, 200, 220,000 pounds already at 220, 250 with Nick Dymel already at 250, and selling to next bidder at 250,000. At 250,000 pounds here on my left. And in new place with Marina, it's over to you at 280. Nick, you're coming back for 300. At 280, it's here with Marina at 280. Lucius, will you say 300? Or James at 280,300. Over to you, Lucius. 320 with you, Nick. 350. At 350, it's here with Marina against you both. At 350, still here with Marina. At 350,000 pounds against the rest of you in the room. At 350, Lucius. All eyes on you. At 350,000 pounds here with Marina. Are we going on? I'll take 360 as a certainly at 360 are so nicely. Thank you very much indeed. 370. We're going in tens. At 370 now. Is it back to you? At 370. Still with Marina. Would you like 380? Isabel Parkman. Should we say 380? It's 370,000 pounds here with Marina. Lucius, are you out? Quite sure? Shake of the head. At 370,000 pounds. 380. Back to you, Lucius. At 380 then. Marina, should we say 390? Thank you. Lucius, say 400. It's at 390 here on my right. At 390,000 pounds. Not yours for now. 390. Lucius Elliott. At 390,000 pounds then, I'm going to have to hurry you. David? Looking threatening there. That 400,000 pounds. Thank you very much indeed. At 400. Marina, back to you. At 400,000 pounds, and a new place with David Schrader at 400,000 pounds. 420. Thank you so much. At 420,000. It's more like it, like the style. David, will you say 450? It's at 420 with Marina now. At 440, I will take. 440. Marina, would you like 460? 460. Thank you. Back to you then. David, 480 would be next, please. 460,000 pounds here with Marina. Lucius, thank you anyway. At 460,000 pounds, still yours. 480. At 480, 500. David Schrader. Over to you. It's at 500,000 pounds against the rest of you in the room and online, of course. 520, I certainly will. Thank you so much. At 520. Marina, you want to try 550? At 520,000 pounds on your right, at 520,000 pounds. Any further advance here? At 520,000 pounds. Are we going on? Take all the time you like. At 520,000 pounds. Opportunity for anybody else to bid who would like to. At 520,000 pounds here on my right. 520. Have to hurry a little bit. At 520,000 pounds. Very appreciative of your bid so far. You're currently being outbid, not to put too fine a point on it, at 520,000 pounds. Fair warning, he's holding up his number. It's a classic ploy. At 520,000 pounds. Thank you anyway. It's yours, David, and selling for 520,000 pounds. Sold. Congratulations. Thank you very much. That's paddle 61. Congratulations to them. Moving on to lot 3, showing here on the easel. Guglielmo Castelli's Mother and Father, bringing together a reference from European art history, literature, theatre, and suggestions of Renaissance architecture. Drawing on his experience as a set and costume designer, this is only the second large-scale canvas to appear at auction. I have some interest. I'm starting at only £26,000, 28,000, 30,000, 32,000 pounds only at 32. People say 35. It's at 32,000 pounds already here. 35. Thank you. 38 against you, Lisa. At 40, it's yours now. At 40,000 pounds, it's here at Sotheby's ahead of you. 42 with Jen Hua on my left. At 42 is already with Jen at 42. Not yours online. Against you, Lisa. At 42, it's here with Jen. Any further advance? At 42. 45, over to you, Ashcan. Just ahead of you online. It's with Ashcan's telephone bidder at 45. Jen, shall we say another one? 48, thank you very much. If only it was always so easy. At £48,000. And 50 is ahead of you, actually, Ashcan. Online, with the online bidder, paddle 13, is ahead of you all. Next bid's 55, please. It's at 50,000. 55, it's yours, Jen, at £55,000 then. With Jen Hua at £55,000. Not yours for now online, paddle 13. Not yours, Ashcan, at £55,000. It's with you, Jen. 60,000. It's with you now, Ashcan, at 60. At 60. At £60,000. Back to Ashcan. At 60. No more. Thank you very much indeed. Anyway, at £60,000 against you online. Still with you, Ashcan. Against the rest of you then. Lisa, you're out at £60,000 against you all in the room and online. Final chance with you, Ashcan, and selling for in a new place. 65. Thank you, Marina. I heard you before I saw you. At £65,000, a new place here with Marina on my right. Back to you, Ashcan. Will you say 70? At 65. Diametrically opposed you on the telephone banks at £65,000 here. Should we say 70? Small jump, really. At 65. Not yours for now. Against you online still. 70,000. At 70. Back to you, Marina. At £70,000. Do you like the look of 75? Here with our colleague Ashcan on my left, not yours for now, at £70,000. Are all through. Fair warning. Last chance. I'm going to hammer it then and sell to Ashcan for £70,000. Thank you. Sold. Thank you very much, Ashcan. That's paddle 26. Congratulations to them. And now to lot 4, I believe sold as viewed. Thank you very much indeed. Lady Churchman's Pelagic Ocean Sunfish from 2015. Just the 4th appearance of his work on the open market. It's a beautiful rendered viscous oil painting revealing an extraordinary depiction of deep sea life, as if from another world. I have interest here already. I'm starting at 30,000, 32,000, 35,000, 38,000, 40,000 already here to the advanced bidder at £40,000 already here in my book at 40, at £40,000, at £40,000. 45, I like your style, certainly, £45,000 with James Francis Fox. And in a new place, will you say 50? Or you like 48? 48 with you, Nick, then, at £48,000. Back to you, James. Do you like 50? At £48,000. It's with you, Nick. At £48,000. 50,000 in a new place with David Galperin from New York, here on my right. Against you both. 55, Nick Diamel. Who's going to say 60? At 55 here with Nick. Against you, David. Against you, James. Against you, Haley. At £55,000. At £55,000. Are we all through then? For the Churchman? At 55. You coming in, James? Thinking about it? At 50 in a new place, £60,000. Thank you very much, Brooke Lampley. On the nearest telephone here, £60,000. That's 60 over to you. David. Nick. 60,000 is here with Brooke. Looking at you both. Particularly you, Nick. Shake of the head. So serious. It's £60,000. It's with you, Brick, then, at £60,000. Fair warning against the rest of you. Last chance, and I'm selling it then, David, for £60,000. 65 would be next, please. But if you'd like it, I'll take it. Are you sure? Okay, at £60,000. Sold. Thank you very much indeed. Paddle 34. Congratulations to them. Lot 7, we now come to the Günter Ferg kaleidoscopic canvas from 2007, belonging to his celebrated series of spot paintings, for those of you who don't know, which were initially inspired by the famous photographs of Francis Bacon's South Kensington studio, where the walls were covered in vibrant swathes of paint. This series was integral to the Stedelijk's major survey of the artist in 2018. And I'm starting the bidding here at only £320,000, at 320,000, 350, 380 now, at 380,000 only, at 380, 400,000, at 400,000 only, at 400,000, 420,000, thank you, David, 420, at 420, I have 440, not yours for now, 440, at 440. It's against you at 440. At 440. It's not yours, David. It's 440. At £440,000. At 440. At 440. 460 over to you, David, at 460 then. At 460 with David Rothschild at 460. At 460. At 480 now. It's not yours. At 480. 500,000. Thank you, David. It's yours then at £500,000 with David Rothschild. Sometimes of Palm Beach. It's £500,000. It's your bid. At 500,000, selling to David. It's telephone bidder against the rest of you in the room at £500,000. Here on my right then with a telephone bidder against the rest of you in the room and online, the rest of the phones in a new place. 520 at 520,000. At 520,000 with Haley. At 520. 550. Haley, would you say 580? 550 here with David Rothschild. Haley. £550,000 against you. Should we say 580? It's at 550 here on my right, still with David, leading from the front here. Gonna let him have it? At 550,000, not yours. Fair warning, I am gonna have to sell it. At £550,000. At 550. At 550, thank you, David. Last chance, Haley. Fair warning, hammers up, I'm going to sell to David for £550,000. Thank you very much, David. It's over to you. Your paddle, please. L0022. Thank you very much indeed. Congratulations to them. And that brings us to lot 8, showing here at the front of the auction room. My left, your right. Mark Bradford's outstanding monumental work from 2018, Stand Down Soldier. Here's a spectacular reimagining of the urban landscape of Los Angeles. Bradford's invocation of cartography as inception to themes of class, race, and the distribution and representation of power within societal structures has led to his status as one of the most admired and acclaimed artists working today, as you're doubtless all very, very familiar. And I'm starting the bidding here for this extraordinary work at $2,100,000, at $2,000,001, at $2,100,000, $2,000,002, at $2,200,000, 2,3, at $2,000,003, at $2,000,003 and 2,4 now, at $2,400,000, at $2,500,000 with David Schrader on my right at £2,500,000. With you, David, at £2,500,000, at $2,500,000. On my right, here with David Schrader, Global Chairman of Private Sales, here at Sotheby's, at £2,500,000, at $2,500,000. Any further advance then, at $2,500,000, we all through. Fair warning, against you in the room and online. Last chance, at $2,500,000. Sure? No? Thank you very much. At £2,500,000. Thank you, David. That goes to paddle 46. Congratulations to them. Moving along then to lot 9, the meticulous sculpture in terracotta, porcelain, cobalt, and epoxy, Mandeville, by Simone Lee, the winner of the prestigious Golden Lion Award at the Venice Biennale last year, who's currently the subject of a critically acclaimed solo exhibition at ICA Boston, which is on view until September. Some interest here. I'm starting at already 200, 220, 240, at 240, 260, £280,000 already. £300,000 with you, Isa, at £300,000, selling to your bidder, Isabel Parkman, in a new place. Thank you so much. Sorry, I missed you. At 320, 350, 380. Shake of the head. Thank you anyway. At £380,000 with you, madam. Thank you very much indeed. Nice to see you at £380,000 on the aisle against the rest of you in the room. And on the phones, on my left and right, David, quite sure. At £380,000, then are we all through? Fair warning. And I'm selling to you, madam, for £380,000. Sold. Thank you very much indeed. We know you very well. Thank you so much. We'll get you on. Next we have lot 10, Sarah Lucas's highly corporeal and humorous bronze sculpture, Tit Cat Down, which was originally created for the artist's seminal exhibition at the British Pavilion of the 56th Venice Biennale in 2015. And I'm going to start the bidding here at only 45,000, 50,000, 55,000, 60,000 pounds only, at 60,000 pounds, at 60,000, at 60,000 pounds, at 60,000, 65,000, thank you, Wassily. With Wassily Windsor at 65,000 pounds. It's yours for now at 65 in a new place. 70,000, thank you, sir, I see you. 70,000 in the room against you, Wassily. Would you say 75? It's at 70 there. 75 is back to you. Sir, would you like one more? It's at 75,000 with Wassily's telephone bidder. Thank you anyway. At 75. Still with you, Wassily, then. At 75,000 pounds. It's 75,000 against the rest of you in the room. Here on the left, Barmy, coming in at 75,000 pounds. Fair warning then. Selling to you, Wassily. Last chance for 75,000 pounds. Sold. Thank you very much indeed. Paddle 19. Congratulations to them. This brings us then to lot 11, Red Sky Morning, sold as viewed here, a serene, deeply evocative painting by Caroline Walker, executed in 2013, part of her revered Palm Springs series. And I'm starting already at 140,000, 150,000, 160, 170 already, at 170, at 170,000 pounds only, at 170, at 170,000, at 170,000 pounds, 180, thank you, Caroline, at 180, it's yours, at 180, 190 against you now, at 190, he'll say 200, it's not yours, Caroline, will you say 200? 200,000 pounds, thank you, it's yours, at 200,000 pounds here with Caroline Lang, from Geneva at 200,000 pounds, at 200. At 200,000 pounds, it's yours. Thank you so much. At 220,000 pounds, it's yours in the room. At 220. At 220,000 pounds. How could I miss you? 220,000 pounds. 240. Back to Brad. At 240 then. At 240. 260. At 260. At 260. Brad, are we going on? It's at 260,000 pounds. The distinguished gentleman sitting in the room at 260, 260,000. Decent length conversations going on here. Thank you for your patience. At 260,000 pounds, still the gentleman seated. 270,000, certainly. 270. Do you like 280? 280. 290? 300. Thank you so much. 300,000. 350,000 pounds. You heard it. Gentleman seated at 350,000. 360. Thank you very much anyway. I'm sorry for the disappointment, but thank you for your bids. 360,000 pounds. It is with you, Brad. Caroline, are you coming back? Or indeed, Brooke, at 360,000 pounds. Still with you, Brad, at 360,000. Fair warning. Still with Brad Bentoff. Last chance then, and I'm selling to you, Brad, for 360,000 pounds. Sold. Thank you very much indeed. That goes to paddle 27. Coming up here on the easel, lot 12, George Condo's playful Harlequin's Diary. From 2009, a wonderful example of his unique and instantly recognizable approach to portraiture and his innate interest in human consciousness and emotion, here with reference to the Harlequin imagery so powerfully associated with Picasso and Cézanne. And for this great painting, I'm going to start at 650,000, at 650,000, nearly 700,000, 750,000 pounds, at 750,000 pounds, at 750, at 750,000 pounds. At 750,000 pounds only, at 750. At 800,000, thank you, Wendy, at 800,000, at 800,000 pounds. 850,000 pounds, not yours for now, at 850, 900, thank you. It is now at 900,000 pounds here with Wendy. And selling with Wendy Lynn, here on my left, at 900,000 pounds. A new place, 950 with Mackie, thank you. Heard you before I saw you, at 950,000 pounds. Wendy, should we say 1 million? It's at 950, at 950,000 pounds. Over to you, at 950,000 pounds. 950. £1 million. At 1 million. Mackie. At £1 million. Here on my left. £1,050,000. Yes, I will. Yeah, £1,050,000. Thank you very much indeed. £1,050,000 then, big bid with Mackie on the far right. Wendy, would you like 1,100,000? Shake of the head. Thank you very much anyway. It's yours, Mackie, at $1,050,000 against you all in the room at $1,050,000. Fair warning. Last chance. I'm going to sell it then to Mackie's telephone bidder for £1,050,000. Sold. Congratulations. Thank you very much indeed. That goes to paddle 7. Thank you very much. Next up is lot 13, showing here Julian Wen's surreal painting, Jung Fatale, from 2015, taking influence from Renaissance paintings, the eponymous psychoanalyst, as well as gaming aesthetics. And I'm starting this at only £40,000, at 40,000, 45,000, 50,000 pounds only, at 50,000 pounds, at 50 is already ahead of you online, at 50 is here, at 55,000 pounds now, at 55,000 pounds, at 55, at 55,000 pounds for the Wen, at 55, 60,000, thank you Wendy, it's yours for now, at 60,000 pounds, at 60,000 pounds, it's here with Wendy, in a new place with Jen, 65. Transfer my interest in this direction at £65,000 then, between the two of you. Wendy, will you say 70? At 65 with Jen. 70,000, it's over to you. At 70,000. £70,000, 75,000, thank you very much, Jen. At £75,000 then. At 75,000, Jen, Wendy, should we go on? Say one more. Small leaps, really. At £75,000, not yours for now. Would you like 80? 80,000, thank you very much indeed. At £80,000 then, with back to Wendy. At £80,000. At 80,000. 85, thank you, Jen. I can see you. At £85,000. At £85,000, over to you. 85,000. Wendy, would you like to try one more? It's at £85,000. Are we going on? At £85,000. Should we say 90, Wendy? Last chance. Thank you for your patience, Jen. I'm going to sell it then to Jen. Fair warning. For £85,000. Sold. Congratulations, Jen. Your paddle is 32. Thank you very much indeed. Moving on now to lot 14, showing here this luminous portrait, Vulgarian Applique by Stephen Shearer, a rare auction appearance for the artist's work. And I'm starting this at only 60,000, 65,000, 70,000, 75,000 pounds only at 75,000, at 75,000 pounds. 80,000 bid online, selling then to the online bidder at 80,000 pounds. At 80,000 pounds with the online bidder, paddle 22. I'm so sorry. 85 is in the room. Thank you very much indeed. At 85. And in a new place at 90. Over to you, Lucius. At 90. Would you like 95? It's at 90,000 pounds. Here on my left with Lucius. Thank you so much. 95. Over to you. 100. Just a hair's breadth ahead of you. I'm so sorry. At 100,000. Would you like 105? At 100,000 pounds. It's with you, Lucius. Are we going on? At 100,000. 110? 100? 105. Thank you very much. At 105. 110 would be next between either of you. Yes, 110. Resigned to that, Lucius. At 110,000 then. Would you like 115? 115. Thank you. 120. 125. 130. 130. Yes? 135. 140. 145. 150. Shake of the head. Thank you very much anyway. At £150,000 then, still here with Lucius on my left. We got there eventually at £150,000. Here with Lucius Elliott. I'm waiting. 160? 160,000. Thank you. Lucius, would you like 170? 160,000. Heart on the sleeve on that one. At £160,000. It's with Isabel Pargman then. At 160,000. Against the rest of you on the phones and in the room and online. At £160,000. Here on my right with Isabel Pargman. Against you in the room. Fair warning then. And I'm going to sell it. Last chance, Lucius. And selling for £160,000. Sold. Thank you, Isa. Battle 18. Thank you very much indeed. We now turn to lot 15, Adrian Genny's Dynamic and Vast 2019, hence being sold as viewed. Thank you very much indeed. Canvas untitled, executed in extravagant sweeps of colour, swirling and pulsating to illuminate the artist's energetic handling of paint. Exploiting the tension between abstraction and figuration, this is archetypal of some of his best work. And I'm opening here already at £850,000, at 850, 900, 950,000 pounds, at 950, £1 million, already ahead of you online at 1 million, £1,100,000 with David Galperin. Thank you. Here on my right, far telephone, David Galperin, head of contemporary art from Sotheby's Americas at 1-1 here, on my right. Against you online, against you in the room at £1,100,000. 1-1. 1-1. What are we going on? Haley, you're coming in at £1,100,000. Not yours for now. At 1-1. At £1,100,000. Still with you, David, then. Fair warning. Not yours online. Against you in the room. And I'm selling it to you, David, for £1,100,000. Sold. Thank you very much indeed. That goes to paddle 47. Congratulations to them. And that brings us to lot 17, the final lot of this evening's Now sale. Yellow on Yellow by LA-based artist Mary Weatherford. Sold as viewed, primarily because of the neon, no doubt. A superb example in classic flash and neon of the artist's contemporary revisitation of the traditions of American abstraction. And I am opening the bidding here at £90,000, at 90,000, 100,000, at £100,000, at 100, 110, 120 now, at £120,000, only at 120,000, at 120,000. Any advance against 120? Haley coming in at £120,000 for the Weatherford, at 120, at 120, 130 now, at 130 is ahead of you, at 130 and 140, back to you, Nick, at £140,000. At 140. At 140 now. At £140,000. At £140,000. At £140,000. Not yours, Haley. Not yours, Nick. Against you all. Fair warning. At £140,000. Haley. Thinking? At 140. Last chance. In a new dress. Yeah, at £140,000. At 140,000. At 140,000. Last chance. Fair warning. Now or never. May not come back. At £140,000. Pass at £140,000. It wasn't bid. So thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you here, thank you for coming. For those of you watching online, thank you for tuning in from around the world. Special thanks to those who participated in the sale. We will now take a short break of about 15 minutes and look forward to welcoming you back for the second of today's sales, when my colleague Helena Newman will take to the rostrum for our modern and contemporary evening auctions. In the meantime, it's a very good evening from me. Thank you.
I am delighted to be speaking to you today about Cy Twombly's Untitled, Rome from 1970, which is a top highlight of our upcoming Modern and Contemporary Evening Auction on the 27th of June here in London. Untitled is part of Twombly's Blackboard series, which he began in 1968 and concluded in 1971. This series is Twombly's most iconic and most instantly recognizable. Twombly was enlisted in the US Army in the late 1950s as a cryptographer at the Pentagon. He would spend time in his room in the evenings and he would draw in the dark. It was these early drawing experiments of subconscious thought and automatic drawing that really influenced the inception of the Blackboard paintings. The late 1960s marked a pivotal shift in Twombly's career. He began to move away from the very saturated, highly textured, colored surfaces of his earlier output, and he moved towards a more monochromatic palette and towards a flatter picture plane. In the foreground of Untitled, we see 7 bands of horizontal loops in this deep umber red color. These loops are juxtaposed against the background, which is a very unique white-gray, which appears to be semi-translucent. And this translucency comes across via Twombly's dilution of oil paint. There are also gestural loops in the background of the painting. So this is a very layered, complex composition, and Twombly sought to convey a sort of graphic discord between the foreground and the background. The Blackboard paintings perfectly distill Twombly's conceptual concerns during this pivotal, monumental moment in his career. Untitled is incredibly rare in its color palette. Only a handful of these Blackboard paintings were executed in a light gray, white background. There are comparable works in the collections of the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, SF MoMA in San Francisco, and Museum Brandhorst in Munich. The earthy red color on the surface of Untitled is reminiscent of the drawings of the High Renaissance, not least Leonardo's Vitruvian Man or his Deluge drawings, which sought to explore the illusion of motion of wind and water on the surface of a flat, one-dimensional picture plane. In no other period of Twombly's career was he so fascinated by another artist's work, and in the 1960s he turned again and again to the drawings of Leonardo. On the surface of Untitled, we see Twombly translating Leonardo's frenetic energy from the Deluge series, and we see Twombly abstracting it for a contemporary audience. Heiner Bastian writes in the artist catalogue Rene that Twombly paints what should be written. And on the surface of Untitled, we see this magnificent duality between writing and painting unfold. Untitled is elegant and irresistible in its hypnotic urgency, and it stands as one of the very best examples of Twombly's groundbreaking artistic practice.
Night Interior is an astonishing and defining image in Lucian Freud's oeuvre and an exquisite testament to the superlative power of Freud's preoccupation with the single-figure portrait. Freud's obsession with the human form was restricted solely to those closest to him and his everyday life in places he was deeply familiar with. Indeed, he once declared that everything is autobiographical and everything is a portrait, even if it's only a chair. Night Interior powerfully encompasses everything about Freud in one painting. The artist, the studio, the model, his entire environment is here summed up in striking detail. Depicting Penny Cuthbertson resting in the artist Paddington studio, Freud captures the delicate poise of her turned head and the sinuous curves of her body through virtuoso looping, arching brushstrokes to deliver a painting full of exacting, spectacular detail. The fall of light and shade across Cuthbertson's reclining form is echoed in the gleaming, prismatic hues of white, blue, soft umber and grey in the porcelain of the large tub, sink and boiler to the right. Hanging in the open wardrobe to the left, we can see the artist's highly recognisable overcoat and boots, alluding to the presence of the artist himself. The large window anchoring the composition looks out onto the view represented in such celebrated subsequent works of the early 70s, such as Waste Ground Paddington and Waste Ground with Houses Paddington. At night, those famous urban landscapes are replaced by a reflection back into the studio, functioning like a mirror and revealing glimpses of the stark light bulb and hints of the artist's form, his brush and his easel. Taken all together, the viewer is invited to an intensely intimate moment of privacy within the glowing light of Freud's studio. Freud met Cuthbertson in the mid-1960s. He executed some 7 portraits of her, and she became his most important sitter of this period. This critical body of portraits reaches a magnificent conclusion and crescendo in the present work, the very final painting of her and the most exquisitely detailed and resolved. Alongside the self-portrait, the naked portrait was the defining theme of Freud's career. As he said, "All portraits are difficult for me, but a nude presents different challenges. When someone is naked, there is in effect nothing to be hidden. You are stripped of your costume, as it were. Not everyone wants to be honest about themselves like that. That means I feel an obligation to be equally honest in how I represent their honesty. It is a matter of responsibility." Here we see Freud exceed that responsibility and deliver one of the great portraits of the 20th century.
This can be seen as Klimt's last great masterpiece. In this painting, you see the very best of Klimt. You see his use of colour, of pattern, bringing together all the multiple influences of the Wiener Werkstatt, of Asian art, but also the depiction of the eternal feminine. This was his ultimate subject, and I think Klimt sits right up there as one of the great masters of the female figure. We're very excited to be offering a major masterpiece by Klimt as the star of our summer season here in London. The Woman with the Fan, painted in 1917 to 18, is Klimt's last masterpiece. It was on his easel at his untimely death in 1918, and it's a really superb work reflecting all the mastery of Klimt in his mature artistic creative output. Gustav Klimt is one of the most famous artists of the 20th century, and he was right at the forefront of the birth of modernism in Austria, the creation of the secession movement, embedded in the Wiener Werkstatt, and the use of decorative arts as a way of synergizing with fine art. Klimt pushed the boundaries together with his fellow artists, bringing ahead with him the influence of Van Gogh and Matisse, to create a new visual aesthetic. Klimt executed a number of incredible commission portraits, famously the Golden Bloch-Bauer, the Bloch-Bauer No. 2, portraits of Serena Lederer, for example. And in this case, this is a model that he's using. It's not a commission portrait. And this has allowed him a creativity and an ability to innovate, which is just pushing the boundaries one step further. Klimt returns to the square format that he used in the Sonja Knip's portrait of 1898 and in the Golden Bloch-Bauer. The model here looks to the distance with an alluring gaze, full of poise, full of enigmatic sensuality. She is both nakedly present in front of us and covered up at the same time, and this wonderful, alluring eroticism. This painting is just sensational in its use of colour. It's an absolute explosion of different tones of arsenic green, the blues, the purples, the soft yellow in the background, and of course what's absolutely spectacular is his treatment of the beautiful blush skin tones. The use of colour here is consistent with how Klimt's painting evolved in the teens. If you look back to the Golden Bloch-Bauer of 1907, it's principally the gold leaf. But by 1912, when he paints the Bloch-Bauer No. 2, he's beginning to use a much wider range of palette. We know that Klimt had a large collection of Japanese woodblocks and that these influenced his art, particularly a juxtaposition of pattern and the flattening of the picture planes, and that has worked to such great effect here, where the sitter and her clothes seem to dissolve into the background. It's very rare for a painting of this calibre and quality by Klimt to come to auction. We've seen a few beautiful portraits that have come up, but this is really a magnificent work that I think could sit in any great museum in the world. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to Sotheby's. My name is Helena Newman, and I will be your auctioneer for our modern and contemporary evening sale. I'm delighted to be taking up the gavel from my colleague Michael Macaulay, who's just now completed the Now sale. This evening, we're privileged to be offering the absolute star lot of the summer season in London, Gustav Klimt's last great masterpiece, Lady with the Fan, showing on my right. Painted in 1917 to 18, this superb work is a technical tour de force and reflects all the mastery of Klimt in his mature, artistic, creative output. First, we begin proceedings with Face to Face, a celebration of portraiture, a special sequence offering portraits by leading artists such as Lucian Freud, Alberto Giacometti, Edvard Munch, Leonore Finney, Jenny Saville, and Kerry James Marshall, which has been assembled to coincide with the highly acclaimed reopening of the National Portrait Gallery here in London. In addition, we're offering major works by artists of the modern era, including Picasso, Kandinsky, Magritte, and Monet, as well as by post-war masters Hepworth, Auerbach, and Twombly. Before we begin, a few announcements. As noticed in our conditions of business for buyers, everything is sold under the authenticity guarantee and on an as-is basis. Buyer's premium and overhead premium will be added to the hammer price of each lot offered, along with any applicable VAT or amount of VAT, as well as any applicable artist resale right royalty as part of the total purchase price payable. Please refer to the online sale catalogue for further information regarding lots with guarantees and irrevocable bids. Please also refer to our conditions of business for our full terms of sale. And so we can start with Lot 101, which is this exceptional self-portrait by Leonore Finney, which has not been seen at auction for over 20 years. Showing here on the easel, thank you very much. And we will start the bidding here at £300,000, at £300,000 now, 320,000, £350,000 now, 380,000 Holly Brain at £380,000 with Holly Brain. 400,000 Oliver Barker, thank you very much, at £400,000. Ollie's bid at £400,000. 420,000 with Holly at 420,000. Will you give me 450? At £420,000. 450 I have with Oliver Barker at 450,000. 480 with Holly at 480,000. Who will say 500? 500 it is. Thank you, at £500,000 now. Ollie Barker at £500,000 against you, Holly, at £500,000. Are you coming here and on this side at £500,000? Ollie's bid at £500,000 and any advance here at 510,000. Thank you. I can take it to 510. Looking now for 20 at 500 and with Fergus at 520,000. Fergus's bid at 520,000. Not yours, Ollie, either. Anyone coming in the room at £520,000? This is with Fergus now at 530,000. Tatiana at 530,000. New bidder here on my left with Tatiana at 530,000. Not yours, Holly, not yours, Fergus. And Ollie at £530,000 for the Finney. Alex, 540. Thank you very much, Ollie, at £540,000. Tatiana, it's against you at 540,000. 540,000. Ollie, do you want to try one more? Fergus, 540,000 with Ollie. Yes? 550 it is. Thank you. At 550,000. Fergus's bid. 560. Thank you. 560,000 now. You can try 80 as well. 560 I have. With Oliver Barker at £560,000 now for the Finney. Ollie's bid. Not yours, Alex. Not yours, Tatiana. At 560,000, Fergus. Then I will sell it, fair warning, unless anyone else wants to come in, at £560,000. Sold. Congratulations, Ollie. 124. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Which brings us to 102, the Elizabeth Peyton, outstanding portrait of Angela, which was previously shown at her 2019 exhibition at the National Portrait Gallery. And we start the bidding here at £200,000, only at £200,000, 220, at 220,000, 250,000 now, 250,000, 275,000 now with James on my right, at £275,000. James's bid at £275,000, and I can sell it at £275,000 for the patent, unless there's any advance here in the room. I have the bid here at £275,000. I shall sell it at £275,000. You all done. And selling, fair warning, at £275,000. Sold, thank you. James, 204. Thank you. And moving on now to lot 103, we have sold as viewed. Thank you very much. Alberto Giacometti's unique hand-painted portrait of the artist's brother Diego, conceived and cast in 1951. This sculpture has previously been held in the collections of two of the great art dealers of the 20th century, Aimé Magritte and Jan Crougier. And we will start the bidding here at £3 million, at £3 million here, at £3 million here, at £3 million, £3,200,000, at £3,200,000 now, at £3,200,000, at £3,300,000 with Bame, £3,300,000. 3.8 is much better. Thank you very much. £3,800,000 at £3,800,000. Bame's bid at £3,800,000. And any advance here at £3,800,000 I have with Bame, and I can sell it at £3,800,000. £4 million just in time. Thank you very much, sir. In the room, I have it now at £4 million up front. In the room at £4 million. Bame, what do you say? I have the bid here. £4,100,000. Will you give me two? At £4,100,000 with Bame on the telephone. Give me two. At £4,100,000. It's against you. I'm looking for two. At £4,100,000 with Bame. Try one more. At £4,100,000. I have it on the telephone at £4,100,000. Try one more. We're waiting for you at £4,100,000. Anyone else want to come in while you discuss it on your phone here up front? Thank you very much. At £4,200,000. Thank you. At £4,200,000. 4.3 it is. Straight away. At £4.3 million. £4,300,000. £4,300,000. Try four. At £4,300,000. With Bame still on the telephone and against you. Up front. Are you sure? Thank you anyway. And selling then, you all done. Fair warning. Yes, you would like to try one more? £4,350,000. Yes, I can take at £4,350,000. Thank you for your bid. £4,350,000. Will you say 4.4? At £4,350,000. Bame? There it is, £4.4 million now. Bame's bid. Thank you, at £4,400,000. £4,400,000 with Bame. At £4,400,000. Not yours up front, not yours the rest of you in the room. Unless you want to come in at £4,400,000. Give me 50. Yes, £4,500,000. All the better. £4,500,000 I have now. Up front at £4,500,000. 4.6, thank you. £4,600,000, still climbing. This fabulous, unique, hand-painted Giacometti of his brother Diego at £4,600,000 we have now. At £4,600,000. Try one more. £4,600,000. £4,600,000. Bame's bid. Hammer is up. Have to, yes, you done? Thank you anyway. Hammer is up and selling. Fair warning at £4,600,000. Sold. Congratulations, Bame. Thank you very much. Thank you both. 206 it is. And now to Frank Auerbach's rare masterpiece, EOW, on her blue eider number 7 from 1963. This is lot 104. Thank you. Showing here on my left. And we will start here, £1.8 million, and £1,800,000, £1,900,000, £2 million now. At £2 million now, at £2 million. At £2 million, will you say 2.2? At £2,200,000 I have here on my right at £2,200,000, at £2,200,000. at 2,500,000. Thank you, sir. 2,500,000, 2,800,000 with Sam on the phone. Will you give me 3? At 2,800,000. 3 million, Tom Edison, at £3 million now. At 3 million, and against you, Sam, at £3 million. Not yours in the room either. At 3 million, 3,200,000. Try 5. 3,200,000. Against you both here. 3,200,000 I have with Sam on the telephone at £3,200,000. 3,500,000. Tom Edison, thank you very much. At £3,500,000. Try one more. £3,500,000. Try 3,800,000. £3,500,000. Tom's bid, thank you, at £3,500,000. And against you, Sam, at £3,500,000. Try one more. 3,500,000. Half here with Tom. It's against you, Sam. 3.6, okay, thank you, at 3,600,000. Sam's bid at 3,600,000. Against you, Tom. Not with you, James, either. £3,600,000. Sam's bid still. It's 3,600,000. Ooh, can you try and get 3.7 at 3,600,000? Can you try for 3.7 at 3,600,000? I have here already. At 3,600,000. At 3,600,000 with Sam. At 3,600,000. Thank you very much. At 3,700,000 with Tom. At 3.7 million. Next is 3.8. At 3,700,000 for this fabulous, rare work by Auerbach. Amazing impasto at £3,700,000 with Tom. And against you, Sam. 3,700,000 for the Auerbach. Thank you anyway. And selling then Tom's bid at £3.7 million. Sold. Thank you. Congratulations. Lot 105 brings us to the phenomenal work by Jenny Saville, the monumental shadow study, a powerful, expressive work from 2006 to 7, showing here up front in the sale room here in Bond Street. And we will start the bidding here at £1.7 million, at 1.7, 1.8 million pounds, 1.9 million pounds now, at 1.9 million pounds. £2 million with Ottilie Windsor at £2 million here on my right, at £2 million for the Jenny Saville. Here at £2 million, 2,200,000. Thank you, at 2,200,000. At 2,200,000 here, at 2,200,000. And 2,200,000 back in at 2,400,000. Thank you, Ottilie. At 2,400,000. At 2,400,000 against you here in the row. At 2,426,000 with Lisa. 2.6 million. At £2.6 million now. At 2,600,000, not yours, Ottilie. Lisa Dennison here, chairman of Americas at £2,600,000. And any advance here in the room. At 2,600,000, Ottilie, want to try one more? For this magnificent work at 2.7 million. At 2,700,000. With Ottilie at 2,700,000. 2.8 it is, thank you. 2,800,000 now. 2,800,000 with Lisa Dennison. £2,800,000 now. Ottilie, you sure? Want to try one more? I have 2,800,000 still with Lisa. Not your bid. Hammers up at 2,800,000. Would you like to try one more? At £2,800,000. £2.8 million now. Patiently waiting here. Lisa has the bid. It's against you, Ottilie. I have to rush you a bit. At 2,800,000. I'm looking for 2.9. Otherwise, the hammer will come down at 2.8 million. You all done? Sold. Many congratulations. That's 135. Thank you, Lisa. And now, lot 106. To the first of 4 works by 3 British visionaries from a distinguished private collection, led, of course, by this magnificent Lucian Freud's The Night Interior, a portrait that powerfully encompasses everything about Freud in one painting. The artist, the model, and the studio, his entire environment, is here summed up in striking detail. And we had £6.5 million to start this at 6,500,000, 7 million, now it's 7 million, 7,500,000 pounds. 8 million pounds now, Tom Edison at 8 million pounds with Tom Edison here at 8 million pounds now. At 8 million pounds, I have Tom's bid here at 8 million pounds here on my right, at 8 million pounds in any advance, at 8 million pounds here, with Tom Edison here at 8 million pounds for the Freud, and I can sell it at 8 million pounds, unless anyone's coming in here, up front in the room. I have 8 million pounds, 8,100,000, thank you, at 8,100,000. You'll give us one more, Tom, at 8,100,000 pounds. Up front here, at 8,100,000, are you sure? At 8,100,000 in any advance here in the room. Have 8,100,000, will you go any more? At 8,100,000, otherwise I'm selling it. Fair warning, all done at 8.1. Sold, thank you. And that's 993, thank you. 107, we move on to Frank Auerbach's JYM Seated, being brought here on the easel, thank you very much, a portrait of the artist's most famous sitter, of course, Juliet Yardley Mills, painted in 1987. And 500,000 we have, at 500,000, 550, 600,000, at 600,000, at 650,000, Julian Dawes, thank you very much, at 650,000, 700,000 with Holly at 700,000 pounds. Holly's bid at 700,000 pounds now. 750,000, 800,000 with Holly at 800,000. Against you, Julia, now at 800,000 pounds. 850 now, Julia's bid at 850,000 pounds with Julia Fischel at 850,000 pounds. And any further advance here for the Auerbach. I have 850,000, I can sell it at 850,000 pounds. Sold, 106, thank you, Julia. 108, we now turn to Woman Looking Left, the first major work by Kerry James Marshall to be offered at auction here in London. Thank you, showing it up front here. And we will start the bidding here at 1.8 million pounds, at 1.8 million, 19, at 1,900,000, now at 2 million, at 2 million pounds, now 2,200,000, at 2,200,000 pounds now, at 2,200,000 pounds, at 2,200,000 pounds now. 2,200,000, at 2,200,000 pounds in any advance, at 2,200,000 pounds here, at 2,200,000 in any advance here. You coming in at 2,200,000 pounds, 2,500,000 here, at 2,500,000. Antonia's bid, thank you very much, at 2,500,000 pounds, and I can sell it unless there's any further advance at 2,500,000 pounds. Thank you, 151 it is. Thank you very much. Which brings us to lot 109, which is the portrait Laszlo, one of Gerhard Richter's enigmatic photo paintings from 1966. And we start at £450,000. I bid 450, 500,000, 550. At 550, 600,000 with Isabel at £600,000 now. Isabel's bid at £600,000 now. At £600,000 I have with Isabel Parkman here on my right, and I can sell it here at £600,000 unless there's any advance here from anyone here in the room. At £600,000 for the Richter. At £600,000. It's Isabel Parkman's bid, and selling then, fair warning, at 600,000. Sold. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you. And now we come to lot 110, which is one of the most important early works by Edvard Munch remaining in private hands, extensively exhibited in museums around the world, and now making its first ever auction appearance. Munch's full-length portrait of the artist Carl Jensen Hjelle has remained in the famed Olsen collection for over 70 years. And we will start here at £1.8 million, at 1.8 million, 1.92 million pounds now, at £2 million, at £2 million now, at £2 million here, at £2 million now, at £2 million, 2,200,000, at 2,200,000, at £2,200,000 now, at £2,200,000, at £2,200,000, And any advance here at £2,200,000 I have for the Munch. And any advance here in the room at £2,200,000 for this early portrait by Munch of £2,200,000. Any advance at £2,200,000. Pass. Moving on, lot 111, we have the dazzling portrait of Madame Lily Grenier, a favourite model of Henri Toulouse-Lautrec, which has been in the same collection for over 40 years. And here it is from a distinguished Japanese collection, and we start here at £500,000, at £550,000 now, at £550,000, £580,000 now, at £580,000 now, at £580,000 now for the Lautrec, at £580,000 here, at £580,000 here for the Lautrec, at £580,000 here, at £580,000 at any advance, at £580,000 only. Any advance here in the room? At £580,000. So you're all done. At £580,000. Pass. Lot 112 is the impressive large pen and ink portrait by Picasso of the American socialite Sarah Murphy from the neoclassical period in the 1920s. And we start here, thank you for showing it here on the easel, the Picasso, and we start here at 300,000, at 300,000, 320,000, 350,000, at 350, 380 now, at 380, 400 with Ashcan at £400,000. Ashcan's bid at £400,000 here. On my left at £400,000 with Ashcan at £400,000 in any advance here. At £400,000 for the large-scale Picasso, and I can sell it on Ashcan's bid at £400,000. Sold. Thank you. And your number? The number, Ashcan? Your paddle number, please, is 156. Thank you. Lot 113 is the Tamara de Lempicka portrait of a woman in a yellow dress from the 1920s. And please note this work has been requested for an exhibition on the artists to be held in San Francisco and Houston next year. And please refer to the online catalogue for further updated cataloguing for this work. So we start at £1.6 million here, 1.6 million, 1,600,000, 1,700,000, 1,800,000 here, at 1,800,000, 1,900,000 pounds now, at 1,900,000 we have, at 1,900,000, at 1,900,000, £2 million for Jen Wow. Thank you very much, Jen, at £2 million. £2 million is Jen's bid, at £2 million I have here on the phone, at £2 million in any advance here in the room, at £2 million, otherwise I can sell it at £2 million only. Unless you're coming in, Francis, I have £2 million with Jen at £2 million, at 2,200,000. 2,100,000 is still good. Thank you very much. I can take at 2,100,000. Jen, give me two at £2,100,000. Try one more at £2,100,000 for the Lempicka with Francis Asquith now against you, Jen. Try 2-2 for this beautiful Lempicka. I have £2,100,000. And try one more. Jen, it's against you. You're out. Thank you anyway. And then I will sell it on Francis Asquith's phone at £2,100,000. Sold. Thank you very much. That's 149. Lot 114 is Dora, a strikingly modern portrait painted in 1922 by the Finnish modernist artist Helena Schäfbeck, which has remained in the same Finnish private collection for decades. And we start here at 300,000, 320, 350,000, £380,000 now. 400,000 with Claude Peening, thank you. £400,000. Claude's bid of £400,000 here. At £400,000, I have with Claude Peening. I can sell it at £400,000, unless you're coming in, Simon, at £400,000 for the Schäferbeck. At £400,000, I have with Claude £420,000. Thank you very much. £420,000. Simon's bid at £420,000. Against you, Claude. 420,000. 420,000. Then I will sell it on Simon's phone. Thank you both. At £420,000. Sold. Thank you, Simon. That's 109. Lot 115 is withdrawn. No, I think that's a mistake. I was looking at that thinking that's a mistake. We're absolutely not withdrawn. Lot 115 is the beautiful Renoir. Why would we withdraw something as beautiful as this Renoir? And never trust the autocue. So here it is. This is the Jeune Femme. Beautiful Impressionist painting by Renoir. And we will start here at 800,000, at 800,000, 900,000, 1 million, at £1 million now. At £1 million, I have at £1 million here, at £1 million, 1,100,000 here, 1,100,000, with Wendy at £1,100,000. It's Wendy's bid at £1,100,000 for the Renoir, at £1,100,000. At £1,100,000, it's Wendy Lin's bid from Taipei. At £1,100,000, do you want to go one more? At £1,100,000, at £1,100,000, £1,150,000 against you, Wendy. At £1,150,000 against you. You can try one more. At £1,150,000, it's against you, but I'll take 1, 2. At £1,150,000, £1,175,000 with Wendy at £1,175,000. And I will take it at £1,175,000. Sold. Thank you very much. And that's 113. Thank you, Wendy. Lot 116 is the Aubrey Williams seminal Olmec Maya and Now series from his best known and most important body of work. And we start here. Thank you for showing it here. Up front, we start here at 50,000 here, 50,000, 55, 50,000 here, at £50,000 already. At £50,000, at £50,000 for the Aubrey Williams, at £50,000 and any advance here, at £50,000 only, at £50,000 and any advance, at £50,000, at 50,000, 50,000, are you all done? At £50,000 only. Any advance at £50,000. Pass. Thank you. Lot 117 is Le Savoir by Rene Magritte, combining images of both day and night and featuring one of the artist's most iconic motifs. Beautiful gouache, thank you, showing here from 1961. It's first time ever at auction. And we start here at 1,200,000, 1,200,000, 1,300,000, 1,400,000, 1,600,000. Thank you, with Sam Valette at £1,600,000 now, at £1,600,000 here, £1,600,000, 1,700,000. Thank you, Oliver Barker's bid at £1,700,000, £1,700,000 now, 1,700,000. It's against you, Sam. It's Oliver Barker's bid at £1,700,000 and any advance here. 1,700,000, you coming in at 1,700,000, it's against you as well. 1,800,000, Thomas Bompard, 1,800,000. On the telephone with Thomas Bompard now, thank you. 1,800,000, 1,900,000, thank you, Ollie, 1,900,000, 1,900,000. Against you also in the room. £2 million, thank you very much, sir, up front. £2 million and against you both now on the phones. Against you, Oliver. 2-1 now, 2,100,000. 2,100,000, looking for 2-2, either from Thomas or here in the room at £2,100,000 for this exquisite Magritte, still with Ollie at £2,100,000. Try 2-2, I have already ahead of you. Thomas bid at 2-2. At £2,200,000. 2,300,000, thank you, at 2,300,000. Try 4. At £2,300,000 with Ollie at 2,300,000. Next is 2-4 at £2,300,000. 2-4, just ahead, apologies, at 2,004,000. Next is 2-5 at £2,400,000 with Thomas. Can I take in the room? As we didn't get the last bid in, and you did try already at 2.4. I will take 2.5 here. You made the effort to come at 2,500,000. But now it's a new bidder anyway at 2.6 million. Thank you. That sorts it all out. With Scott Michel from New York at 2.6 million pounds against you, Thomas, against you, Ollie now. And not just in the room at 2.6 million, 2.7. 2.7 again, slightly ahead of you in the room at 2,700,000 pounds. And who will be first to say 2.8? At 2.8, there you are, Ollie. Thank you very much, at 2,800,000 pounds. Speeding up now at 2,800,000 pounds. 2.9, thank you, sir. At 2.9, I need 3. Who is first at 3? At 2.9, I have here in the room. Against 3, it was Scott first. I saw for sure it was Scott at 3 million pounds. Thank you, Scott. At 3 million pounds. Next is ideally 3.2. With all this competition for this beautiful gouache at 3 million pounds now. At 3 million pounds. Scott's bid. At 3 million pounds now. 3 million pounds. Against you, Ollie. Not yours, Thomas. Would you like to come back in? 3,100,000. Thank you very much. In the room here now. Back up front at 3,100,000 pounds. Scott. 3,100,000. Ollie. 3,100,000. 3.2. Thank you. At 3,200,000 pounds. 3,200,000. 3.3. Thank you very much. 3.3. 3,300,000. Against you, Scott. At 3,300,000 pounds. Still in the room here. At 3,300,000. You're coming back in. I'm looking for 4. At 3,300,000 pounds. Try one more. At 3,300,000 pounds. Have the bid here in the room. Waiting for you at 3,300,000 pounds. Otherwise, the hammer is up. You've come a long way at 3,300,000 pounds. 3,400,000. 3,400,000. Try 5. 3,400,000 pounds. Try 5. 3,400,000 pounds. I have with Scott Michel from New York. Give me one more. 3,400,000 pounds. Otherwise, I shall sell it. 3,400,000. You out? You sure? Thank you anyway, though. And selling at 3.4 million. Sold. Thank you, Scott. 158. Thank you all. Which brings us to lot 118, which is the exquisite painting by Wassily Kandinsky from 1908, an exceptionally rare winter scene depicting the village of Urfeld in the Bavarian countryside. Fresh to the market, this work has remained in the same private collection since 1956. And we start here at 1,600,000, 1,700,000, 1,800,000, and 1,800,000 pounds. 1,850,000 with Thomas at 1,850,000. Thomas's bid at 1,850,000. Who will say 1.9? At 1,850,000 pounds now. At 1,850,000 for the Kandinsky, and who will say 1.9? 1.9. Brad's bid now at 1.9 million pounds with Brad Bentoff. Thank you. Brad's bid at 1,900,000 pounds for the Kandinsky. At 1,900,000 pounds. At 1,900,000 with Brad here up front, who will say 2 million pounds for this exceptional early Kandinsky. We have 1.9 million pounds here with Brad Bentoff. It's against you all in the room at 1,900,000 pounds here. At 1,900,000. At 1,900,000 with Brad, Wendy. I have 1.9. I'm looking for 2 million pounds. It's still Brad's bid at 1,900,000 pounds. And any advance here? I have the bid here on my right at 1,900,000. 1,950 I can take. 2 million it is straight away, though. Still against you at 2 million pounds. A determined bidder represented by Brad Bentoff at 2 million pounds here on my right for this exceptional Kandinsky. Try one more, Wendy. At 2 million pounds here. 2 million pounds I have still on my right, not yours, Wendy, at 2 million pounds here. On my right, will you try one more? at £2 million here. Still with Brad at £2 million here. £2 million I have with Brad's. 2,050,000. 2,001,000. Not going to beat him off easily at 2,100,000. At 2,100,000. Try one more. Still with Brad Ventoff. Against you, Wendy. At 2,150,000. No, 2,100,000. Excuse me. Next bid is 2,150,000. You sure? You're out? Fair warning. Then I will sell it still with Brad, unless there's any further advance for the Kandinsky, at 2,100,000. Sold. Thank you very much, Brad. 155 it is. Thank you. Lot 119. Up next is this highly expressive landscape by Haim Soutine, which once belonged to Sir Alfred Barnes, the most important collector of Soutine's art outside of France. And here it is, showing up front, and we will start the bidding here at £500,000 already, at 500,000, 550, at 550, 600,000, at 600,000, 650,000, at £650,000 now, at £650,000 now. At 650,000, I have the absentee bidder. 700,000, 800,000 against you. At 800,000, at 800,000, Alina against you. At £800,000, it's not your bid, Alina. At £800,000 now. At 800,000, are you coming in? At £800,000 now. At 800,000, not yours, Alina, either, with the absentee bidder. At 850, 900,000, still against you. At 900,000 with the commission bid. At £900,000. Not yours, Alina, not yours either, James. At £900,000. You want to come back in? At 900,000. James, at 900,000, I have with the absentee bidder, and I can sell it at £900,000. Are you sure? Fair warning to everyone in the room, and I'm selling here at £900,000. Sold. And that's the absentee. Yes. I need to take a sip of water here, please. Excuse me a moment. Does that override that bit? You've got 335 there. Just hold on. Probably check something. Thank you. While we wait for the beautiful Auerbach to come up. Yes, well, we can look at it while we wait. So this is, well, let's just find out what we need to know. Here we are, lot 120, showing here on the right, here hanging in the sale room in Bond Street. This is this magnificent work, part of the British Visionaries group, from a distinguished private collection, Mornington Crescent by Frank Auerbach, one of his earliest, largest, and most seminal paintings of North London in private hands, showing here. And we will start the bidding here at 2,800,000, £3 million, at £3 million now, at £3 million now, at £3 million here for the Auerbach. At 3,000,005, we have already with, what? 3,000,005? 3,000,008, even better. 3,500, 3,800. I have already 3,800,000 with Tom Edison at 3,800,000. At 3,800,000 against you on this side at 3,800,000. Will you say one more? At 3,800,000, 4 million. Thank you very much, sir. 4 million. 3,900, I can take two. Thank you. 3,900,000. Thank you very much. At 3,900,000. At 3,900,000, who will give me 4 then? 4 million. 4,200,000 in the room at 4,200,000. No, we have 4,200,000 already now in the room. Already. Turns up in person, it's 4,200,000. At £4,200,000 in the room. You try full 4, Tom? At 4 million. £200,000. Gentleman's bid in the room for the magnificent Auerbach of £4,400,000. It is at £4,400,000. Sure? Want to try 4.5? At £4,400,000. Thank you anyway. At £4,400,000. I have Tom Edison's bid at £4,400,000. Not yours here. Thank you anyway. At £4,400,000, and I shall sell it at £4,400,000 unless there's any further advance here. On my left, at £4,400,000. Otherwise, it's Tom's bid. 4.5. Thank you. All the same at £4,500,000. Thank you. At £4,500,000. Back in the room at 4.5. £4,500,000. Tom, what do you say? I'll take 100. At £4,500,000. Give me 6. At £4,500,000. 4,600,000. Thank you. You sure this time? £4,600,000. And I will bring the hammer down unless there's anything happening up front here. At £4,600,000 with Tom Edison. I'm about to sell it. Fair warning at £4,600,000. Are you all done? Or would you like to come in? At £4,600,000. Still with Tom. Not sure seated further back. And £4,600,000. The hammer is raised. Would you like to bid 4.7? Otherwise, I have the bid here on the phone. Thank you anyway, at 4.6. Sold. Thank you, Tom. 108. Thank you all. 121 is the Frank Dobson, sold as viewed. Thank you. The reclining female nude, one of the few unique carvings in marble that Dobson made during his career. And we will start at 450,000 here, 450,000, 500,000, at 500,000, 550,000 now, at £550,000 for the Dobson, at £550,000, at £550,000, at £550,000, at £550,000. Are you coming in? At 550,000, it's against you on the phones. At £550,000 now for the Dobson. At 550,000, Jen, are you coming in? At £550,000 for the Dobson. Against you at 550,000, try 600. At £550,000, would you like to bid? Try 600. At £550,000 for the Dobson. Jen? At £550,000. You all done? You sure? At 550. Pass. Which brings us to lot 122, which is the Hepworth, Elegy 3, one of Barbara Hepworth's greatest sculptures conceived in bronze, sold as viewed. Thank you. The cast from an edition of 7 has remained in the same private collections for almost 20 years. And we start here at 2,400,000, 2,600,000, 2,800,000, £3 million now, at £3 million, 3,200,000 with Bami, at £3,200,000. Bami's bid at £3,200,000 now, at £3,200,000. Bami's bid at £3,200,000. And you coming in? 3,300,000. Thank you, Julian. At 3,300,000. Give me 4. At £3,300,000. At £3,300,000 is with Julian, not yours, Bami. At £3,300,000. Try 3.4. At £3,300,000. Bami's bid at £3,300,000 with Julian, excuse me, at £3,300,000. Would you like to come in? At £3,300,000. There's a new bid coming here on my left at £3,300,000. You coming in, Tatiana? This is Julian's bid. Julian Dawes from New York at £3,300,000. Coming through on text at £3,300,000. Can we see 3.4 from you, Tatiana? At £3,300,000. No? Then I will sell it on Julian's phone at 3.3 million. Sold. Thank you very much. 136. Thank you, Julian. And now we move on to lot 123, one of Gerhard Richter's jewel-like abstract paintings showing here up front. Beautiful work from the 1990s. And we will start here at 1,600,000, 1,800,000, 1,800,000, £2 million now with Julian Dawes, 2,200,000, 2,500,000 with David Galperin, at 2,500,000, David Galperin's bid at 2,500,000, at 2,500,000, who will give me 2,800,000, at £2,500,000, at 2,500,000, still with David at £2,500,000, David's bid at £2,500,000. Ollie, would you like to come in? At £2,500,000 with David Galperin at £2,500,000. At £2,500,000 now. At £2,500,000 for this magnificent Richter. At £2,500,000, it's against you, Ollie. Not yours, Antonia. At £2,500,000. And anyone else on the phone? 2,600,000 with Wendy Lynn at 2,600,000. Give me 7. At £2,600,000. Wendy Lynn's bid. We try one more. At £2,600,000. It's Wendy Lynn's bid, not yours, David. At £2,600,000. You try one more. At £2,600,000. Then I will sell it on Wendy's phone, unless there's any further advance, at £2,600,000. Sold. Thank you, Wendy. 118. Lot 124 is the dazzling view of Venice, painted in 1904 by Paul Signac, featuring his signature Pointille's technique, being brought in on the easel here. Thank you very much. And we start here at 1,600,000, 1,700,000 now, at 1,700,000, 1,800,000 now, at £1,800,000 now, at £1,800,000, at £1,800,000 now, at £1,800,000, at £1,800,000, £1,800,000 for the Signac. I have £1,800,000 and any advance here. 1,900,000. Thank you very much. Ben Dollar at £1,900,000. Your bid, Ben. Thank you. At £1,900,000, and I can sell it at £1,900,000 only. If you're all done, fair warning at £1,900,000. Sold. Thank you, Ben. L0203. And lot 125, and now we turn to the star lot of the summer auction season in London, Gustav Klimt's Lady with a Fan. This beautiful painting is Klimt's last great masterpiece and was on his easel at his untimely death in 1918. A portrait of an unnamed woman, it was created when he was still in his artistic prime and brings together all the technical prowess and creative exuberance that define his greatest work. And it is, of course, very rare for a painting of this caliber and quality by Klimt to be offered at auction. So here we are, Klimt's Lady with a Fan, and I will start the bidding here at £58 million, at 58 million, 60 million, at £60 million, now £62 million now, at 63 million pounds, Lisa Dennison, at £63 million now, at £63 million with Lisa Dennison, at £63 million, Lisa's bid, at £63 million now, at £63 million with Lisa Dennison, at £63 million, and are you coming in? At £63 million now, at £63 million now, at 64 million here on my left, at £64 million in the room, at £64 million, thank you. At 64 million I have already in the room, at £64 million. And will you give me 65? Thank you, madam, at £65 million. At £65 million now I have. Up front here, at Sotheby's in Bond Street, at £65 million. Against you on the phones there, at £65 million. Will you say 66? At £65 million, give me 66. At £65 million I have. Try one more, at £65 million now. At £65 million, £65,500,000 with Genoir. Thank you very much. At £65,500,000. 66 million it is. Thank you, madam. Again, at £66 million. And try 67. At £66 million now. In the room again, at £66 million. Against you, Jen. And not yours, sir. £66 million. You give me one more. 67 million. 66,500,000. Thank you, sir. 66,500,000. Try 67. At 66,500,000. Thank you, sir. Not yours, Jen. 67 million I have. Thank you. At 67 million again. At 67 million. 67 million pounds now. Try 500 at 67 million pounds. Against you, sir. At 67 million, not yours, Jen, at 67 million pounds. At 67 million pounds now. In the room, at 67 million pounds. Give me one more. At 67 million pounds. In the room. Jen, at 67 million pounds. And try 500 here. Sir. At 67 million pounds. Give me 500. It is? Yes? Thank you, sir. 67,500,000 pounds. 68. It's 68 million pounds now. At 68 million pounds. Ladies' bid. At 68 million pounds. I have here. In the room, 68 million pounds. Not yours, sir. Jen, 68 million pounds. Still in the room at 68 million pounds. At 68 million pounds. Try one more. At 68 million pounds, ladies' bid. Up front here at Sotheby's at 68 million pounds in the sale room. Looking for one more, Jen. At 68 million pounds. Sir, would you like to try one more? 500? That's 68 million pounds. Come so far. That's 68 million pounds. Give me 500. 68 million pounds. Try one more, sir. 68 million pounds I have for this magnificent work by Klimt, this rare masterpiece from 1917-18, The Lady with the Fan. I have 68 million. Try one more, sir. At 68 million pounds. Sir? 68.5. Back in. It's worth the wait. Thank you, Jen. At 68,500,000. Back in again, Genois. At 68. 69 million now. At 69 million. At 69 million pounds now. We have it in the room at 69 million. It's against you both, Jen and Sir. 69 million pounds. I'm looking for 500 or indeed a million at 69 million pounds. Still here in the room at 69 million. Jen? And try one more at 69 million pounds. Sir? At 69 million pounds. Would you like to go one more? I have the bid here at 69 million. Anyone bidding on this side? Fergus? 69 million pounds. I know you love it. At 69 million pounds. 69 million, still in the room. Not your sir. Would you like to try one more? And Jen, let us know. There it is. 69.5 again. At 70 is even better. Why not? 70 million. Thank you very much, Jen. Will you give me one? At 70 million pounds. 71 it is. So looking for two now. Going to accelerate at 71 million pounds. Back in the room at 71 million pounds. Now, thank you. At 71 million. Still not yours, sir. If you'd like to come back in at 71 million. Jen, at 71 million, we have now in the room at 71 million pounds. Genois. Will you give us 72? 71 million. Still here. In the sale room at Sotheby's in Bond Street for the beautiful Klimt Lady with the Fan. Jen, we wait your next bid at 71 million. Here we have. Try one more. Give me a million. At 71 million pounds. We have it here in the sale room. Sir? 72 it is, thank you. It's 72 million pounds now we have. With Genois. Looking for 73 now, madam. At 72 million pounds. Genois' bid at 72 million. 73, thank you very much. At 73 million pounds, thank you. at 73 million pounds. 73 million pounds. Try one more. 73 million. Still in the room at 73 million pounds. Here in the sale room, your bid, madam. 73 million. Jen, try one more at 73 million pounds. Would you like to go one more? At 73 million. It's not yours still, sir. At 73 million. And any other bidders here who've joined us here tonight want to come in while we wait, Jen, for your next bid, which I feel is still coming. At 73 million I have. Give us one more, please. At 73 million. Jen? That's 73 million pounds here for the Klimt. We have the bid here in the sale room. I can sell it at 73 million. I have to speed you along a bit. Let us know. Give me 1 million. At 73 million pounds now. Jen, it's against you. I have the bid and I can sell it at 73 million pounds, unless you want to come back in and say 74, before it's too late, you never find a painting like this again. You're sure you're out? At 73 million pounds, sir. At 73 million pounds, the hammer is raised. It's not your bid, sir. Jen, it's not yours, and I shall sell it here in the room at Sotheby's in Bond Street. Jen, you sure? You're absolutely sure? At 73 million pounds. In or out? Are you 73,500,000. There you are. Not, thank you. It's 73,500,000 pounds. I'm looking for 74, please. At 73,500,000. Genoa's bid. At 73,500,000. With Genoa, I'm looking for 74. Thank you. 74 million it is here in the sale room at 74 million. Ladies' bid in the sale room at 74 million. And Jen, what do you say? At 74 million pounds. I'm going to try one more. 74 million pounds. Back in the sale room at 74 million. Here with us in Bond Street. Jen? Would like to try one more at 74 million. Worked last time. At 74 million pounds, thank you all for your patience. At 74 million, give us one more, Jen. At 74 million pounds. Otherwise, the hammer's up, and I will sell it at 74 million pounds, unless you're coming back in. Yes or no? At 74 million pounds, we have here in the sale room, I have the hammer up, and you're out. Thank you anyway. And selling there, ladies and gentlemen, the Klimt lady with the fan at 74 million pounds. Sold. Many congratulations. Thank you. Bringing this to a record price, most valuable painting, 530 it is. Thank you very much. Thank you. Most valuable painting ever sold at auction in Europe. Thank you. Congratulations, thank you. Most valuable painting ever sold in Europe. Thank you very much, congratulations. And we will go straight on seamlessly to this wonderful work by Anatsui, showing here right at the back of the sale room here. Fantastic work, moving on. Take My Hand, it's called one of the artist's most spectacular tapestries, cross between a painting and a sculpture. And we start the bidding here at 650,000, at 650,000, 700,000, 750,000 pounds now. At 750,000 pounds now. It's at 800,000, Gregoire Bio at 800,000 pounds now. At 800,000 pounds, at 800,000, 850 Isabelle Parkman, 850,000 pounds. 900,000, I took ahead of you. At 900,000 ahead of you with Greg, against you both. At 900,000 pounds now, at 900,000. At 900,000 pounds, 1 million with Isabella, 1 million pounds, 1 million, 1 million, 1 with James, at 1,100,000. Gregoire, at 1,100,000 with James, at 1,100,000 pounds now. At 1,100,000 now, at 1,100,000 now. 1,200,000, Lisa Dennison. At 1,200,000 pounds for the beautiful Anatsui. At 1,200,000 pounds against you, Greg. Against you, James and Isabel, £1,200,000 I have. With Lisa Dennison, would you like to come one more? £1,200,000 now. Are you all done? £1,300,000. Thank you, madam. Thank you. £1,300,000. And against you, Lisa, would you say 1-4? £1,300,000. £1,300,000. Ladies' bid in the room at 1.3. It's not yours, Lisa. Not yours here on my right here. It's in the room at £1.3 million. So they're £1,350,000. Will you give me 1-4? £1,350,000 I have here on my left on the telephone at £1,350,000. £1,400,000. Thank you, madam. £1,400,000 against you as well at £1,400,000. It's in the room at £1,400,000. Try one more, Lisa. £1,400,000 now. £1,400,000. Should we try one more? £1,400,000 is against you, the three of you here. £1,400,000. I still have it in the room. The hammer's up and I can sell it. Fair warning, Lisa, at £1,400,000. So thank you, madam. That's 910 is your paddle. Thank you very much. Which brings us to lot 127, Cy Twombly's Untitled of 1970, sold as viewed from the artist's iconic series of blackboard paintings. And we will start the bidding here at £7,000,000, £7,200,000, £7,500,000, £7,800,000 now. At £7,800,000 now. At £7,900,000. Thank you, David Schrader, at £7,900,000. At £7,900,000. David Schrader's bid at £7,900,000. And any advance here at £7,900,000, and I can sell it. Fair warning. Are you all done at £7,900,000? Sold. Thank you. 180. Thank you, David. Which brings us to lot 128, which is the beautiful pink Fontana, the exquisite example from Fontana's celebrated Dali series. And I have already 1.6, 1.7 million, 1,800,000, 1,800,000, 1,900,000 already, at £1,900,000 now, at £1,900,000 for the pink Fontana, £1,900,000 now, at £2 million with Fergus stuff, at £2 million, Fergus stuff's bid of £2 million now, at £2 million already with Fergus, at £2 million now. 2-1, thank you, Claudia, 2,100,000. Will you try 2-2? At 2,100,000. Claudia Dweck's bid at 2,100,000. At £2,100,000 against you, Fergus. I have Claudia Dweck's bid 2-2, thank you. At £2,200,000. 2,300,000. At 2,300,000 with Claudia. 2,300,000, try 4, at £2,300,000. 2,400,000 now with Fergus. At £2,400,000, Fergus's bid. At £2,400,000. 2,450,000 from Claudia Dweck, thank you, at 2,450,000. Rounded up to 2.5, please, at 2,400,000. 2.5 it is with Fergus. At £2,500,000. At £2,500,000, 2,600,000. 2,600,000. 2.7, thank you, Fergus. 2,700,000. At 2,700,000. 2.8, thank you, Claudia. 2,800,000 on my left, Claudia Dweck. 2,900,000, Isabel Parkman, thank you. New bidder here, 2,900,000 against you both now. Fergus and Claudia, 2,900,000, and who will be the first to say 3 million with Fergus, thank you. It's £3 million now and against you, Isabel. At £3 million, Fergus's bid now. At £3 million against you, Isabella. £3 million, and not yours, Claudia. At £3 million. 3 million one? Can you try and get one? At £3 million, who will say one? At £3 million. I have still with Fergus. Will you give me one? 3-1. Thank you, Isabella. 3,100,000. £3,100,000. Claudia? At 3,100,000. With Isabel, Fergus, and try one more. at £3,100,000. It's not yours, Claudia. At £3,100,000. 3 million. Well, I got 100,000 from Isabel. Oh no! Can one of you do 3-2, please? Because I did ask Isabel for 100, and she gave me 100. And we're at 3-1. I'm looking for 3-2, please. Yeah, it's against you, but our next bid is 3,200,000. I have 3-1 with Isabel. I'd like to take 3-2, please. At £3,100,000. Isabel's bid. We need to move this along. It's a great thing. 3-2, there it is. Thank you. £3,200,000 I have now. With Claudia, against you both. At £3,200,000 for this magnificent Fontana. Not your bid, Isabel. At £3,200,000, not yours, Fergus. You've hung up. But Isabel, are you in or out at £3,200,000? Still with Claudia. Come on, because we all ask for 100s, you know, at 3,200,000. Please try to get me 3-3. Won't regret it. It's a beautiful work. At £3,200,000. Now we're going in 100s. We should keep it in 100s. We have 3-2, please. At £3,200,000. At £3,200,000. Well, then I will take it, thank you. £3,250,000 I can take. £3,250,000. It's your chance to say 3-3, Claudia. Thank you. 3,300,000. 3,300,000. You sure? Thank you anyway, and selling at 3.3 million. So thank you, Claudia. 128 it is. And now we move on to lot 129, which is the beautiful and iconic print by Hokusai, the Great Wave, often referred to as the most famous Japanese work of art. These prints were, of course, instrumental in creating the vogue for all things Japanese at the end of the 19th century when they arrived in Europe and became popular with artists such as Klimt. And so we're delighted to have it in the sale, and we start the bidding here at 280,000, 300,000, 320,000 pounds now. At 320,000 pounds, 350 with Lucius Elliott at 350,000 already. At 350,000, 380 online, 400,000 against 400,000 with Lucius against you online, 420 online, at 420,000 pounds now online at 420, 450 with Lucius at 450,000 pounds. 450,000 pounds and against you online of 450,000 pounds now. 480 online, say 500 of 480,000 pounds now with the online bidder. 500,000 Wendy Lynn of 500,000 pounds at 500,000 pounds. Wendy's bid at 500,000 pounds, not yours, Lucius. It's against you online on Sotheby's.com at 500,000 pounds. Will you give me 50? 550,000, thank you. 520, thank you very much, at 520,000 pounds. Thank you. In the room at 520,000 pounds. Next is 550. At 520,000 pounds now. In the room, 550 I have now. Wendy's bid at 550. Will you give me 580? At 550. At 550,000 with Wendy against you at 550,000 pounds. 580, thank you very much. 580,000 pounds here on the aisle. Thank you very much. Not yours, Wendy. 600,000 it is. 600,000 for the Hokusai. 600,000 pounds. 600,000. Lucius, you coming back in at 600,000 pounds. At 600,000. Wendy's bid, it's not yours. At 600,000 pounds, I can sell it at 600,000, unless you want to come in. It's against you also online on Sotheby's.com. I have Wendy Lynn's bid against the rest of you here and selling then, fair warning, at 600,000 pounds. Sold, thank you, Wendy, 1-1. And now we have lot 130, which is the first of 3 works by Monet in today's sale, a painting at the church in Vernon, near the artist's home of Giverny, from the series of 1894. Beautiful work by Monet showing here. And we start the bidding here already at £3,800,000, at £3,800,000 now. At £3,800,000, 4 million now. at £4 million now, at £4,200,000 now, at £4,200,000 now, at £4,200,000 here, at £4,200,000 now, at £4,200,000, at £4,200,000 at any advance, at £4,200,000 here for the Monet, at £4,200,000 at any advance, at £4,200,000 only, at £4,200,000 for the Monet of Vernon, at £4,200,000 at any advance, at £4,200,000. Selina, are you bidding? At £4,200,000 at any advance, at £4,200,000, you coming in? At £4,200,000, fair warning, at £4,200,000. Pass. Which brings us to lot 131, which is the exquisite view of the sunset at Éragny by Camille Pissarro, one of the finest Pointillist compositions by the artist who appeared recently. And we will start here already at £1,600,000, £1,700,000, £1,800,000 now. At £1,900,000, yes, Julian, at £1,900,000 now. At £1,900,000, £2 million with Nick Dimel, at £2 million. Nick's bid now at £2 million for the beautiful Pissarro, at £2 million here. At £2 million with Nick Dimel, at £2 million. And any advance at £2 million here. Wendy, at £2 million, I have Nick's bid, and I can sell it at £2 million only, unless you're coming in here, Wendy, at £2 million, at £2 million with Nick Dimel for this beautiful work by Pissarro. At £2 million, give me two. At £2 million, Wendy, hammer is up, would you like to bid? Otherwise, I'm selling it, fair warning, on Nick Dimel's phone here, at £2 million. Wendy, do you want to try one bid? At £2 million? No? You done? I'm selling on Nick's phone at £2 million. Ah, Ben Dollar, I knew you loved this picture, Ben. We expected you earlier on. We're already at £2 million with Nick Dimel, not with Wendy, but we're getting a bid from Ben. It's coming through. I have £2 million. Thank you all for your patience. At £2 million. Nick, hold your bid, please, at £2 million. 2-2 I have online while we wait. Thank you very much. Here it comes on Sotheby's.com, £2,200,000. Thank you very much to the online bidder. 3 million, 2.3 million. Next bid is 2.4. 2,300,000. It's against you now online at £2,300,000. £2,300,000. Will you say one more? It's against you online. I have £2,300,000 with Nick, and I can sell it. It's not your bid, Ben. It's not your bid, Wendy. It's not yours online. If you'd like to come back in, fair warning at £2,300,000 with Nick, and selling Ben. Ben at £2,300,000. Hammers up and selling at £2,300,000. Sold. Thank you very much, Nick. 150. And now we move to lot 132, which is an exceptionally rare early Cubist painting by Henri Laurence, a collage last seen at auction over 30 years ago, showing here up front, formerly belonged to the British art historian and collector Douglas Cooper. And we start here at £90,000, £100,000, already £110,000 now, £110,000, £120,000 with Simon Stock, £130,000, Simon Shaw, £130,000, Simon Shaw at £130,000, £140 back with Simon Stock, at £140, £150, Simon Shaw, £150,000, the Battle of the Simons, at £150,000 for this £160, Simon, at £160,000, Simon Stock, £170, thank you, Simon Shaw, £170,000 for this very rare Laurence, £180, thank you, at £180,000, not yours, Simon, at £180,000, at £180,000, with Simon Stock at £180,000. Try one more, you sure? Anyone here coming in the room at £180,000 for this very rare work? At £180,000, and I shall sell it on Simon Stock's bid. We're all done at £180,000. Sold, thank you, 190. Congratulations. And now lot 133, which is Fumée sur les toits by Fernand Léger from 1913, from the most important body of work in his career. The moment of the radically redefining Cubism. Here it is, property from a distinguished European private collection. And we start here at 650,000, 700,000, 750,000 pounds now. 800,000 with Simon Stock again at 800,000 pounds now. Simon's bid at 800,000 pounds for the Léger. At 800,000 pounds for the Léger in any advance here. Are you all done? At 800,000 pounds for the Léger with Simon Stock and selling, fair warning, at 800,000 pounds. Sold, thank you. That's 190. Thank you, Simon. Which brings us to lot 134, which is a work on paper from 1982 by Basquiat, featuring the warrior-like figure, which dominates, of course, much of his important large-scale works. And here it is showing on the easel from a distinguished private American collection. We start here at 800,000 pounds, at 800, 900, 1 million pounds, at 1 million, 100,000 pounds, at 1,100,000 pounds now, at 1,100,000 pounds now, at 1,100,000 pounds already for the Basquiat, at 1,100,000 pounds now, at 1,100,000 pounds now, at 1,100,000. 150, 1,150,000, thank you very much, Gregoire. 1,150,000 I will take, and I can sell it at 1,150,000 pounds, selling, fair warning, unless there's any, 1,200,000, thank you very much. At 1.2, I'll take 50. Or will you give me 100? What, 50 it is, 1,250,000, thank you. At 1,250,000, next is 3. 1,250,000, try 3. 1,250,000 with Gregoire. At 1,250,000, try 1.3. It's against you. Hammers up, 1,250,000. Do you want to try one more? Otherwise, I'm selling it. Fair warning. Or David, are you coming in? 1,300,000, just in time. 1,300,000 pounds. It's against you both now, David and Gregoire. 1,300,000 pounds. Who will give me 50? 1,300,000 pounds. 1,300,000 pounds. Try 50. 1,300,000 pounds. 1,350,000. Thank you. Gregoire's bid. 1,350,000. Try 4. 1,350,000 pounds. You want to come in, David, as well? 1,350,000 pounds. Are you sure? Thank you anyway. I have still Gregoire's bid at 1,350,000 pounds for the Basquiat. David, you sure? I'm selling then, fair warning, at 1,350,000. Sold. Thank you, Gregoire. 101. Which brings us to lot 135, which is Pablo Picasso's Deux Musiciens, painted in 1965. This work has remained in the same private collection since it was acquired over 40 years ago. And we will start here at 1,900,000, 2 million pounds now, 2 million pounds, 2,200,000, 2,200,000 pounds, 2,400,000 with Olivier forward, 2,400,000 pounds. It's your bid, Olivier, 2,400,000 pounds. At 2,400,000 pounds in any advance. At 2,400,000 pounds in any advance here up front. At 2,500,000. Can you get 2.5? At 2,400,000. Try to get 5. At 2,400,000 pounds, can you get 2.5 or not? Yeah, I'm asking if you can bid 2,500,000. Yeah, please. I will take it then, 2,450,000 pounds. Yeah, but the next bid is 2.5. At 2,450,000 pounds with Alina and any advance. You want to round it up to 2,500,000. Otherwise, I will sell it on Alina's phone, not yours, Olivier, at 2,450,000 pounds. Sold. Thank you, Alina. And that's 146. Thank you. Congratulations. Which brings us to the Magritte, lot 136, the exquisite gouache, La Magie Noire from the 1940s, showing here up front on the easel. Thank you. Being shown here. And we start here at 650,000, 700,000, at 700,000, 750, 800,000 now, at 800,000 pounds now, at 800,000, 825,000 pounds with Lisa Stevenson, at 825, 825, 850, thank you, Ollie, at 850,000 pounds, at 850,000, not your bid, Lisa, at 850,000 pounds now, not yours, Aurélie, at 850,000 pounds in any advance. I have Ollie's bid at £850,000. It's not yours here. 880, yes? With David at 880, 900,000 already with £900,000. Ollie's bid at £900,000. Give me 50 at £900,000. £900,000 with Ollie Barker at 900,000. It's not yours, David. Try 50. Not yours, Aurélie. At £900,000. You want to come back in? At £900,000. Otherwise, I'm selling it on Ollie's phone at £900,000. Let's just 920. Thank you, David. At £920,000. David's 930. Thank you. 930,000. Looking for 940 at £930,000. 930,000. Aurélie, you want to come in at 930,000. 930,000. David. Try one more. £930,000 for the Magritte gouache at 930,000. You're coming back in at £930,000. David, thank you anyway. It's selling Oliver Barker's phone at 930,000. Sold, thank you. 124, thank you very much. Lot 137 is the Cindy Sherman Untitled Film Stills, a series that launched Sherman's career and is today considered the most widely revered of her body of work. And we will start here at £450,000, £450,000, £500,000 now. At 500, 550, will you say 600? 600,000, I took ahead of you, will you say 650? I have 600 already here in the room, the ladies' bid, just slightly ahead of you at £600,000. Do you want to try one more? At £600,000, I have the ladies' bid here in the room. Would you like to try one more? You sure? At £600,000 then, ladies' bid at £600,000. I can sell it, if we're all done, in the room here at Sotheby's in Bond Street at £600,000. Not yours, selling here in the middle of the room at £600,000. Sold, thank you, madam, 931. Thank you both. Lot 138 is the Boetti Mappa, executed in 1978, part of the artist's most instantly recognizable and celebrated series. Thank you very much, from a distinguished private Italian collection. And we will start the bidding here at 1.1 million, 1,100,000, 1,2, 1,3, 1,400,000 now, 1,400,000, 1,500,000 now, 1,500,000 with Claudia at £1,500,000. Claudia Dweck's bid at £1,500,000 for the Boetti. At £1,500,000 for the Boetti, and I can sell it at £1,500,000 unless there's any further advance, and selling at £1,500,000. Sold. Congratulations, Claudia. Thank you. That's 181. And that brings us to 139, which is the Louise Bourgeois Henry Street settlement. And we start the bidding here at £400,000, at 400,000, 450,000, at £500,000 now, at £500,000 now, at £500,000 now, at £500,000 for the bourgeois, at £500,000 now, at £500,000 only, at 550,000, thank you, Guillaume Malacou's bid, at £550,000 for the bourgeois, at £550,000, and I can sell it on Guillaume's phone at £550,000, unless there's any further advance here in the room, online, on the phones at £550,000. Sold. Congratulations, Guillaume. Thank you very much. That's 207. Lot 140 is the Gerhard Richter Spiegel Grau. They're mirror, grey, and sold as viewed. And we will start the bidding here at £300,000 here, £300,000, 300,000, 320, 340,000, 340,000, 360,000 with Isabel Parkman at £360,000 for the Richter. Isabel's bid at £360,000 for the Richter at £360,000, and I can sell it at £360,000. So you're all done. Fair warning, and selling at £360,000. Sold. Thank you, Isabel. 166, yeah. Next is lot 141, the Claude Monet, Mon Cosasse, ou de Clin du Jour. Important painting from the Olsen collection. And we will start here at £1,700,000. At £1,700,000, £1,800,000 now. At 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 £1,800,000 here. At £1,800,000 for the Monet Norwegian view. At £1,800,000 here. At £1,800,000, try 19. At £1,800,000 now. At £1,800,000. Ben, you coming in? At £1,800,000 now. At £1,800,000 for the Monet. At £1,800,000. Would you like to try 19? At £1,800,000. So you're all done here at £1,800,000. Pass. And lot 142 is the Cézanne, property from an important private collection USA, the Chemin à l'entrée de la Forêt, showing here on my left. And we will start the bidding here at £1 million here, at £1 million, at £1 million, 1,100,000, 1,200,000, at 1,200,000, 1,250,000 with Francis Asquith at £1,250,000 for the Cézanne. At £1,250,000 for the Cézanne. The bid is with Francis Asquith at £1,250,000, and I can sell it at £1,250,000 only, unless there's any further advance here in the room or online. Francis's bid at £1,250,000. Sold. Thank you very much. 209. Congratulations. Thank you, Francis. And now we come to lot 143, the spectacular monumental in Chadwick bronze, which was showing here and sold as viewed in our galleries. And the couple on seat. And we will start the bidding here at £900,000. At £900,000, £1 million, thank you, at £1 million. At £1 million, £1,100,000 against you, at £1,100,000, £1,200,000. Simon Stock at £1,200,000 now. £1,003,000 Ben Dollar, £1,300,000 now. £1,004,000 still with Simon now at £1,400,000. At £1,415,000 Ben Dollar's bid at £1,500,000 now. £1,500,000. Yes, £1,550,000. Thank you. £1,550,000. Give me 1.6. There it is. At £1,600,000. Ben's bid at 1.6. I take 50 again. You sure? At £1,600,000. £1,600,000 still with Ben. Well, if you've signed off, that's definitely a no. Then I will sell it on Ben Dollar's phone, unless there's any further advance, at $1,600,000. Are you coming in, Nikita? At $1,600,000, you sure? At $1,600,000, the hammer's up. It's still Ben's bid. It's not yours. You sure? At £1,600,000. I assume you're out, Nikita, and selling at £1,600,000. Sold. Thank you, Ben. 127. Congratulations. And now, lot 144 is the Basquiat Big Snow from 1984, which pays homage to the track and field legend, of course, Jesse Owens, and sold as viewed. Thank you very much. And we will start the bidding here at £2.8 million, 2.8 million, 3 million, 3,200,000, at £3,200,000, at £3,200,000 now. 3,500,000 with David Schroeder at £3,500,000. At £3,500,000, it's David's bid at £3,500,000 now. I have 3.5 million, and I can sell it at £3.5 million for the Basquiat. David Schrader's bid, unless there's any further advance, fair warning, and selling at 3.5 million. Sold, thank you, 103 it is, congratulations. And now we move on to lot 144, which is a very rare early work by Edouard Manet from around 1860, a scene showing Diego Velázquez painting in his studio. And we start here at £400,000, £400,000 here. At £400,000, start this lot. At £400,000, only 450,000. At 450,000 now. At 450,000. At £450,000. At £450,000 here. At £450,000 for this rare Manet. At £450,000 here only. For the very historic painting by Edouard Manet at £450,000. It's not yours up front, at £450,000. You're coming in at £450,000 at any advance. At £450,000, you want to bid? At £450,000. Pass. Which brings us to lot 146, which is the Reine Thibault, a luminous example, one of his iconic paintings of the confectioneries, various cakes from 1981. Thank you for showing it to us here on the easel. And we start here at £1,400,000, £1,500,000, £1,600,000 now, £1,600,000, £1,700,000, Julian Dawes at £1,700,000 now, at £1,700,000, Julian's bid at £1,700,000 in any advance here. At £1,700,000, I have Julian Dawes' bid and I can sell it at £1,700,000 unless there's any advance, selling at 1.7. Sold, thank you very much, LO179. And 147, we're moving on now to Poem by Saleh Raoud Choucair, which is regarded as Lebanon's first true modern abstract artist and a leading radical sculpture of the Arab world, sold as viewed as very important bronze. And we will start the bidding here at 180, 200,000, 220, at 220,000, 300,000 with Ashcan already at £300,000 with Ashcan at £300,000, 300,000, 320 with Mai. Yes? No, we need at least 320. 300, will you give me 320? I have 300 with Ashcan. That's it, 320,000, 350,000, thank you, with Ashcan. At 350,000, next is 380. At £350,000 with Ashcan. 380 it is, Mai, thank you very much. At 380, give me 400. At £380,000, Ashcan. Give me 400, I took ahead. Jane, will you give me 420? At 400,000, it's Ashcan's bid already. At 400,000, we're looking for at least 420 for this super rare work. 420 I have ahead of you, Jen, with Mai, at £420,000. Jen, Ashcan, at £420,000, not yours, at £420,000. Give me 450. Jen, at £420,000, it's Mai's bid, at 420,000. 450, thank you, Jen. £450,000. Now, Ashcan, you're coming back in. 450,000. 480, thank you very much, Maya. 480,000. Next bid's £500,000. At 480 I have with Mai at 480,000. 500,000, thank you, Jen. At £500,000, Jen's bid at £500,000. 550, thank you, Mai, at 550,000. Next is 600 at £550,000. Looking for 600, Jen. At £550,000, give me 600. At £550,000 now. Mai's bid still. Try 600, Jen. Or Ashcan. You out, Ashcan? At £550,000, then I shall sell it. Fair warning, at £550,000. Sold. Congratulations, Mai. Thank you very much. 550,000. Which brings us to lot 148, from the collection of Phyllis and Jerome Rappaport, who built relationships with preeminent artists and dealers across America and Europe through the 1970s. This is Passage by Helen Frankenthaler, the large-scale colour field canvas, showing right at the back, ladies and gentlemen, right at the back of the sale room here in Bond Street. And we start here at £700,000, at 700, 750, £800,000 now, at £800,000 now, at £800,000, at £800,000 now, at £800,000 for the Frankenthaler, at £800,000 now, at £850,000 now, at Marina's bid at £850,000 with Marina at £850,000. Marina's bid at £850,000, and who will say 900? Antonia, Brad. 900 it is with Antonia ahead of you. No, hang on, I already have 900,000 with Antonia now at £900,000. Antonia's bid, not yours, Marina. 920 with Marina at 920. Next is at least 950 at 920,000. 950. Thank you, Antonia. At £950,000. Antonia's bid. £1 million now with Marina at £1 million. Marina's bid, not yours, Brad, at £1 million. Antonia, at £1 million for the Frankenthaler. £1 million now. 1,100,000. Thank you. 1,100,000 with Antonia against you, Marina. Not yours, Brad, at £1,100,000. No? Thank you anyway, Brad. Fair warning, I have Antonia's bid and I can sell it at £1,100,000. 1,150,000, thank you very much. 1,150,000, give me two. At £1,150,000 with Brad Bentoff. At 1,150,000, try two. Are you sure? Thank you anyway, and selling at £1,150,000. Sold, Brad. Thank you very much. That's 153. Congratulations. Which brings us to lot 149, which is the Sean Scully Barcelona red, black, pink. And we start here at 350,000. It's showing right at the back of the room here and, of course, on your screens. At 350,000, 400,000, at £450,000 now, 450,000 now, at £450,000 now, at £450,000 now, at 500,000, thank you, Haley, at £500,000 now, at 500,000, 550 with Julia, at 550, give me 600, at 550, Julia's bid, at £550,000, Haley, against you, at £550,000, it's Julia Fishel's bid, try 600, at £550,000, Julia Fishel's bid, at £550,000 against the rest of you here for the Scully. At 550,000, do you want to come back in, Haley? At £550,000. And any advance here in the room for the Scully, I have £550,000. At 550, you're out then, still with Julia Fishel at £550,000, and I shall sell it, fair warning, at 550. Sold. Thank you, 183. Thank you, Julia. And now lot 150, which is the Albert Oehlen, untitled, showing also right at the back of the sale room. Thank you, and on your screens. And we will start here at 300,000, at 300,000, 320,000, at 320,000, 350,000, at 350,000, £380,000 now, at £380,000, at 400,000 with Fergus at £400,000. Fergus's bid at £400,000, Fergus stuff at £400,000, and I can sell it at £400,000 with Fergus on the phone, unless there's any advance here on my left, at £400,000. You've all done 450,000. Thank you very much, madam, at 450,000. At 450,000, ladies' bid. Thank you, madam, in the room. At £450,000. Thank you. You sure, Fergus? At 450,000, I shall sell it then. Ladies' bid, fair warning, at 450. So, congratulations. Thank you very much. And your number is 947. Thank you, madam. Lot 151 is the Damien Hirst St. Bartholomew exquisite pane, sold as viewed and showing here on the screens And we start here at 450,000, 450,000, 500,000, at 500,000, 550,000 pounds, at 550,000 pounds here, at 550,000 pounds for the house, at 550,000 pounds in any advance here, at 550,000 pounds. You all done. Fair warning, at 550,000. Pass. And that brings us to lot 152, which is the Anthony Gormley, drawn apart, magnificent work, sold, of course, as viewed. And we start here at 200,000 pounds. And here, 200,000 pounds, at 200,000, 220,000, at 220,000 pounds here. At 220,000 pounds here only, at 220,000 pounds. At 220,000 pounds, 250,000. Thank you, madam. At 250,000. In the room here, at 250,000 pounds, and I can sell it at 250,000. This is any further advance here, and selling ladies' bid in the room at 250,000. Sold. Thank you, madam. 954. Thank you very much. Congratulations. And next we have lot 153, which is the beautiful Fontana, Concetto Spaziale, showing here on the easel. Thank you. And we start here at 650,000, 700,000, 750,000 pounds, at 800,000 pounds. Claudia Dweck at 800,000 pounds now. At 800,000, 850,000 pounds now. At 850, 900,000. At 900,000, 1-1, all the better. Thank you, madam. At 1,100,000 pounds. At 1,100,000 pounds, we jumped to already at 1,000,000. 1,200,000 with Bame at 1,200,000 pounds. Bame's bid. Will you say 1-3? 1,200,000 pounds. 1-3, thank you, madam, at 1.3 million pounds. Ladies' bid at 1,300,000. Who will give me 1-4? Can you say 1-4, one of you, as you both want to bid? Will you give me 1-4 I have? Thank you very much. At 1-4. Will you say 1-5? At 1,400,000 pounds. Thank you, there we are. 1,500,000 pounds. 1,500,000. At 1,500,000 pounds, you sure, Bame? At 1,500,000. Ladies' bid still at 1,500,000. And who else is coming in? On the Fontana. At 1,500,000 pounds is still in the room. Against you, Bame. Claudia, 1,500,000 pounds. Try one more. Have the bid here in the room. In Bond Street, 1,500,000. Still with the lady here at 1,500,000. Bame? No? Out? Out? And selling, thank you, madam, at 1.5 million pounds. Sold. Many congratulations. Thank you so much. And the number was 947. Thank you. Which brings us to lot 154, the Monet Pavot Rouge et Rose. Large-scale canvas showing here, and we will start the bidding here at £1 million, at 1,100,000, at 1,100,000, 1,200,000, at 1,200,000, at 1,200,000 now, at 1,200,000, 1,300,000, 1,300,000, 1,400,000 now, at 1,400,000 pounds now, at 1,400,000 pounds now, at 1,400,000 pounds now. At 1,400,000 pounds now, at 1,400,000 pounds for the Monet. At 1,400,000 pounds, 1,400,000 pounds, you coming in? 1,400,000 pounds. Jen, are you coming in at 1,400,000 pounds? And Scott, at 1,400,000 pounds, at 1,400,000 pounds. For the Monet. Beautiful work here. Showing on my left, Jen, try 1-5 at 1,400,000 pounds. And against you too, Scott. At 1,400,000, try 1-5 at 1,400,000 pounds, Jen. You coming in at 1-5 at 1,400,000 pounds. Try 1-5 at 1,400,000 pounds. Thank you, at 1,450,000 pounds, at 1,450,000 with Jen, On my left here, Scott, with Genoa at 1,450,000. Do you want to try 1.5? Otherwise, I shall sell it at £1,450,000. It's not your Scott, and selling, fair warning, on Jen's phone at £1,450,000. Sold. Thank you very much. That's 142. Congratulations. 155 is withdrawn, so we move straight to 156, which is the Sigma Polka, the untitled work, sold as viewed. Thank you. And we start here at 350,000, at 350,000, 400,000, at 400,000 pounds now, 400,000, 450,000 pounds, at 450,000 pounds now, at 450,000 pounds only, at 450,000 pounds now, at 450,000 pounds, at 450,000 for the polka. We're all done at 450,000 pounds. Fair warning at 450,000. Pass. Not 157 is the valse, property from an important Swiss collection. Thank you, sharing here on the easel. And we start here at 280,000, 280, 300,000 now, 300,000, at 300,000, 320,000 now, at 320,000 pounds now, at 320,000 pounds, at 320, 350 with Claudia Dweck, at 350,000, it's Claudia's bid at 350,000 pounds now. Claudia Dweck on the phone at 350,000 pounds for the valse. And against you at 350,000 pounds selling, fair warning, at 350,000 pounds. Sold. Thank you, Claudia. 129. Thank you very much. And now we move on to lot 158, which is the Raoul Dufy, property from a distinguished private British collection. And we start bidding here at 70,000, 80,000, 90,000, 100,000 pounds. I have already at 100,000 pounds. I have already with the absentee bidder at 100,000 pounds. I have the absentee bidder at 100,000 pounds here. 110,000 with Sam Vallette at 110,000 pounds now. 110,000 pounds. It's Sam's bid at 110,000 pounds. 120,000 online. I took the bid online. Thank you very much for bidding with us on Sotheby's.com at £120,000 against you, Sam, at £120,000 now. Online bidder at 120. Not yours, Sam. I'm still with the online bidder. Not yours. At 120,000. I shall sell it then. Fair warning at 120,000. Sold. Congratulations. That's paddle 158 online. Thank you. Lot 159 is the Max Pechstein Aufkommenden Sturm, and we will start here at £200,000 here, £200,000 here, 200,000, 220,000, at 220,000. Thank you for bringing it up on the easel. Thank you very much. At £220,000, at 220,000, 240,000, at £240,000 now, at 240, 260,000, at £260,000 now, at 260,000. 270,000 here in the room at £270,000 here. Gentleman's bid at £270,000 I have in the room, and I can sell it at £270,000 unless there's anyone coming in. I have the bid here, fair warning, and selling at £270,000 unless there's any further advance here in the room or indeed on the telephones at £270,000. Sold. Thank you very much. 974. Thank you, sir. Congratulations. And that brings us to the last lot in this evening's sale, which is the Magdalena Odunder, the beautiful work, sold as viewed, sensational piece, and property from a private collection. Some interest in this work. Start the bidding already at 80,000. At 80,000, I have already 80,000, 100,000, 100,000, 120,000 with Ollie at 120,000, 120,000 with Ollie, 150,000 now against you. 180 again. Ollie's bid at £180,000. 180,000 pounds. 200,000 pounds now. At 200,000 pounds now. At 200,000 pounds. with Lucius, 220,000 in the room. Thank you, madam. And £220,000 now. 250,000 now. 280, Ollie's bid at £280,000 now. £280,000. 300,000. 320,000, thank you, at 320,000 with Oliver Barker at £320,000 now. 350 with Simon Stock at £350,000. Simon's bid at £350,000. Simon Stock's bid. Not yours, Ollie, at 350,000. Madam, would you like to come back in at £350,000? 380,000, thank you very much, sir. £380,000. Gentleman standing in the room at 380,000. Give me 400, Simon. At £380,000 now. Gentleman's bid, I see you there, standing here at the back of the sale room at 380,000. Give me 400 is the next. At £380,000 for this magnificent work. 400,000, thank you. 400,000, sir. At 400,000, I have against you. At £400,000, 420, thank you. At 420,000 now. Back in at 420, give me 450. At £420,000 now. 420,000, try 450. Sam, you coming back in at £420,000. At £420,000 is not yours, Simon. At £420,000, bid is in the room. Thank you, sir. You're out at £420,000. And Lucius and Sam at £420,000, madam. At £420,000, I have it here in the sale room in Bond Street, and I shall sell it, fair warning, thank you, at £420,000. Sold. Thank you very much. Congratulations, sir. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings tonight's proceedings to a close. Thank you very much to everyone for joining, to all our bidders for their participation. And do join us if you can tomorrow for our Modern and Contemporary Day auction at 10:30, followed by the Modern British Art sale at 2:30 p.m. And we also look forward to reconvening here in London on the 5th of July for our Old Master and 19th Century Paintings Evening auction. And I wish you a very good night. Thank you.